If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still till it's all with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, but no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's side flag. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
How are you, Leroy? How was your weekend, buddy?
Weekend was good until so my radio crapped out again because something's wrong with. Then I have to bring it in, right? But so I scheduled it for Thursday because they can fix it temporarily. So I went in and got it fixed. Guy goes, "Oh, you need new tires. You got a nail in your tire." I'm like, "I've had it. I'll just bring it back on Thursday," right?
You got those run flats?
No, I don't. Obviously not. So I get home, go to get food. I get a message on my phone. Your tire pressure's at 23. Damn. So I call. I'm like, "Yo, can I bring it over tomorrow?" It was It was Saturday. He goes, "We ain't open on Sunday." So now
the mechanics now not open on Sundays.
Right. So now I'm playing the tire pressure game. So I fill it up. I even got to the point where I was parking my car with the nail on the bottom.
Where is the nail? The nail's in the middle?
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because I need new tires.
Okay.
So I just needed to get, so I called and I had to drop my car off this morning. But you best believe all weekend I'm looking at because if it goes flat, then I got to have it towed.
Sure.
So, yeah, that was the extent of my weekend. Other than that.
Spare? You couldn't do a spare?
No, I'm getting ready to get new tires.
I'm just talking about for the weekend, dude. You were the one who playing touch and go. You're saying you're going. I'm not the one going to Wawa every 15 minutes.
And then, wait a minute.
I'm the idiot.
Can I just say something?
What?
Some of these air pressure machines, some of that go, one of them I went to, and I'm doing the thing right there, right? And I let all the air out of my tire.
You're talking about like the digital ones now where you got to set the number? Hate those. I like an old school one. No, you just eyeball it. And what does it say?
I can look inside my car. And the pressure gauge, the pressure tells you what the pressure is.
Yeah, I don't even like that. I like back in the day, it just when you put it in there, the thing will pop out and it'll be like, whatever your air pressure is, and then you gotta really hold it on there because it's gonna blow some air.
And you can hear it just blowing it.
Yeah.
You can hear it blowing. Yeah, no.
Sometimes you get too cute with an instrument, I don't know.
With everything. Now you can Apple Pay for air.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
don't take cash. Apple Pay.
I don't trust those either. I only like a quarters only machine. A quarters only machine is how you should do it.
Yeah, but
he's got 8 quarters on the way there.
Yeah, dude, and it's getting more expensive. You used to be able to just throw a quarter in there, put your 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, it used to be 50s.
Now it's $1.45.
Nothing's inflation proof. Yeah, they'll be like $1.45. Like, how do I get $1.45 with only quarters? Figure it out.
And then it says no change given.
Sorry.
Why not just make it $1.50? So yeah, other than that, I watched a boatload of football.
Samesies. Let's get to headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. At Doral Volkswagen, choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Teos, and the Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. For those who missed it last night, the Texans take out the Bears 19-13. not a swimming start so far for the number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, but it has more to do with, like, it's almost like they're trying to protect him a little bit, and he has, at points during the game, he has little to no protection.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They like throw him out there and say, hey, number 1, make something happen. Right? It's just that's the way it looks, right?
I saw one where he like had his jersey like dragged on him, like he was one of those children with a leash on him at the mall. Yeah, and like his jersey's all the way dragged out, and he throws it into triple coverage and gets picked off.
Oh, well, I mean, he could have did it. By the way, can I just say this to all the future NFL quarterbacks that are going to be high draft picks? There's a couple of teams I want to get drafted to, right? Tennessee is one of them, because Will Levis was a high draft pick, and you don't hear boo about it because he is terrible.
He
threw a ball, and the coach was like, "Why?
What are you doing?" Do you have the coach? Like, I've never heard a coach be this blunt after the game about why he was so mad. Because sometimes when you catch stuff on camera, the football guys are always like, "Nah, it's nothing, just normal football." No, nothing. Just a normal back and forth, normal conversation. And the guy's like, yeah, I said it. He's a dumb mother bleeper. He cost us points. We could have had points. We could have used those points. Yet Will Levis has decided every time I go to my knees, I'm just going to throw the football in the air.
Oh.
He is.
Dude, I watched it, and I'm like, I mean, there wasn't even a play to be made.
Nope.
Like, oh my goodness.
Nope, sure wasn't.
I mean, and he threw it backwards.
Oh. He had one last week where he just threw it backwards. Then he had just one where it's just like football up for grabs, and the Jets get it. I'm like,
the one, yeah, like what about the one he chucked up against Chicago last week?
Yeah.
Right. Like it's crazy. But a
game they lost with Chicago scoring 0 offensive touchdowns.
Correct.
0 offensive touchdowns, and they lost the game. And Tennessee's coach has got to be sitting here and being like, is it Brian Callahan? Is that his name?
Brian Callahan. That's why Callahan left the Browns.
Brian Callahan. This was him. Do you have him after the game, Marcos? This was him talking about his quarterback just being stupid.
What'd you say to Will on the fumble? I know you looked very upset on the sideline.
I think the camera caught it pretty clear, if I had to guess. So, I was upset. It was dumb. It was the same exact thing he did last week, and he cost us points in the red zone. And that is what it is. He's a grown up and he knows better. And so, I was really irritated that he cost us 3 points in a game that we probably needed it.
Completely
I mean, look, that's accountability. I mean, you can't listen. First of all, coaches get up there and say, I'm more than sure he'd like to have that one back. But no, like he said, he's a grown ass man. Like, what are you doing? Twice, 2 weeks in a row?
Mike McDaniel would talk about how much he appreciates the effort and how much he's trying to make something out of nothing. Like, when Skylar Thompson inevitably does it against the Seahawks this week, he's going to be like, I appreciate always trying to make something, even when things aren't there. Things are relative. And, sometimes you see things, sometimes they can see things we don't see. And, we'll work on it. Sometimes you need to know when things must die and when things must be left alone, and things and players.
Attaboy.
And I'll be like, Mike, no, absolutely not. We're not buying it. That was a boneheaded play.
What game did you enjoy the most yesterday?
I was starting to enjoy the Jets game until I realized they were playing the Titans and Will Levis was going to do Will Levis things.
Yep.
The Baltimore game, dude, like here's what amazes me. As much as we paying quarterbacks, the quarterbacking early on in the season has been average at best. There's quarterbacks winning games. They ain't throwing for 200 yards.
Even Mahomes has looked bad.
Right.
I'm watching Mahomes. I'm like, what is he doing?
Right.
There was that one sick ass interception. Oh my God, that was awesome.
This right here?
Yeah. What was that? That was that guy who was talking bleed. Was it Cam Taylor Britt? Oh man, that was a good play.
I mean, and when they showed it, it was like it wasn't a bobble, it wasn't nothing. He just
snatched.
That was the Rod Woodson pick. That's
Yep.
what we call it. Rod Woodson did that when he won the Heisman.
That was cool.
But yeah, so there were a lot of like play. Cincinnati, holy smokes! Like y'all say y'all gonna turn it around. I don't see it.
You had one job. Had that game.
I didn't see it. Lot of games where coaches, right, kind of put their team in bad position. I watched the Cleveland game. The last 5 minutes of the Cleveland game lasted an hour and a half.
Oh yeah.
It was like
Stefanski
they had the
blew it?
ball, huh?
Stefanski was trying to blow it.
It was just he tried to throw a pass at the end when they were trying to run the clock out. They weren't really getting any protect. It just lasted forever with all of the different things going on. And I'm like, you know what? They're asking for a loss. And they pulled out the win. The same thing kind of happened with the Jets in Tennessee. They had momentum. They were playing well. And it's like Will Levis sucked the life out of the whole stadium, the team, everything. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, while we talking about all the favorites, is anybody going to say anything about what the hell the Saints are doing?
It's amazing. That was my favorite part of this. Like you usually will like here's the thing, like when you watch a game and a game is getting out of hand, if it's not teams I care about, I'll turn away. But I love watching the Cowboys get smoked so much. I'll sit there and see how bad it can get. And Alvin Kamara just destroying these fools was a delight.
Here's the deal. And they pointed this out. All these teams that run that West Coast offense with the West Coast running, right, do well against the Cowboys because there's a lot of trapping, kicking out. That means that Michael Parsons got to set the edge. He's trying to avoid getting hit. So you leave opening, holes open everywhere. Shocked about, Tampa looks decent.
Tampa beat the Lions. Commanders was funny because I was like, 21-18. I'm like, well, that's nice. Good win for them. 7 field goals.
Right. Which is like
7 field goals.
So while all this money that we invested in the quarterbacks, all this money we invested in the wide receivers, right? If you look around the league, the teams that are having the most success are the teams that are running the football, which is crazy.
Except
right?
the Cardinals are putting on a show yesterday, dude.
Hey, you think he changed his mind about throwing it to Marvin Harris Jr.?
Woo! That was good.
Huh? You think he finally changed his mind on that?
That was
good. But yeah, so it was a lot of interesting football, a lot of football that we are not used to seeing because usually quarterbacks, wide receivers, everybody's lighting it up, right? The league has invested a boatload of money in wide receivers, quarterbacks, and offensive linemen. And offensive linemen are struggling on every team. So I don't know how you look at that or how you look at certain situations. I'm tired of hearing people after the fact say, "Oh, they shouldn't have paid Tua." Right? It's just like, stop with that.
You didn't even play this weekend. What are you talking about? Who's
no? But I'm just saying this weekend was my first interaction with the knuckleheads I golf with.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Look,
I told you, I knew it.
I will tell you, like anecdotally, like everybody was like, I was wearing the Dolphins hat around town, and everybody's talking about it. Like it's one of those things where, like, even Publix, it gets chatter.
It is.
Chatter. One guy told me. Well, I overheard one guy at the church playground yesterday. He goes, "I could be a better quarterback than Skylar Thompson." I'm like, "No, dude, look at you."
That's where we are. That's where we are.
All right.
He had a fanny pack on.
Fanny pack on, dude.
What was he do from Hangover?
I don't know, dude. I was just like, he's like, I could be a better quarterback than Skylar.
He was
so mad about it. Everybody's like so mad at Tua because his he's got a concussion. I'm like, it was unfortunate. You know, we can
Right.
feel a little bad that the guy got hurt.
People don't see that's the problem that I have sometimes with fans, right? Like, you don't look at these players as people experiencing some tough stuff in life, right? In general, all you care about is your feel good. And if that player or said player is important in your feel good and something happens, then the hell with him, right?
Yeah.
That's how and like that's a shame.
I did appreciate the liquor store guy because I was getting some Tito's, and he goes, "How's he doing?"
Oh,
Doctor, I don't know. I'm good, I assume.
Ah,
Oh no!
hey, by the way, let me say this. You didn't invent the Tito's with the pineapple and strawberry. That was at my house when you came over the last time.
No, dude.
Yes,
No.
it was.
No, it wasn't good.
Yes, it was.
I would have remembered it.
No,
I've never
because
even
you were
seen
drinking
that lemonade
something
before.
else.
I've never seen that Publix lemonade before.
Yes, I mean, dude, I got one. I got about 5 in my house right now.
Nah, I don't believe you.
Oh my goodness.
I don't believe you.
Okay,
I drank the entire thing. I think I had 900 calories in lemonade.
dude, because it is sweet.
Oh, dude.
Goodness. Let me tell you something. See, Tobin, that's a non-intangible flavor, if you know what I mean. Strawberry lemonade.
What?
That's black folks thing. We be mixing our drinks.
Listen, you get to claim every fruit?
No. We got the off the wall fruits. You stick with Tito's and cranberry. Right?
I like Tito's and usually I go Tito's and straight lemonade, but I was like,
that's what I'm saying.
and then I looked,
there you go. Intangible. See, you come over on the dark side. We doing raspberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade. I'm just telling you. Hey, I'm just telling you.
I got pretty toasty because I just kept waiting for the Canes game to start, and
Oh my goodness, that's another thing.
Forever.
Wait a minute.
Actually, just
Is that considered a night game?
Yeah, I think so.
Even ACC Network was like, meh. Midway through the third,
The Irish potato peeler guy must have been thrilled. He's like, more advertisement time
Oh,
for me.
And they didn't even show the whole game. They just left it. You get the gist. Like they just went. When they go to Virginia and somebody else.
Let's just say Ball State. Tough. This Cam Ward though. Oh,
Man, he just looks so relaxed, right?
So relaxed.
So
Goosies. Restrepo's just sitting here. He's gonna have 100 touchdowns by the end of the year.
Well, who they play this week?
South Florida, USF on the road.
Not,
Raymond James Stadium.
They're a little tougher. They might be the toughest team they play all year. I mean, not all year up to this point.
I would agree with that. They're running the holy hell out of the football.
Yeah, but that's
they can run the ball. South Florida.
Hey, it was. Can I just say, my buddy coming from the game, he said it's so hot, muggy, just standing around. I'm like, just come on home, go home and watch TV. You did your tailgating and all that, right?
We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
WQAM broadcasting live from
Welcome back, you rascals. It's a Monday Rewind on WQAM, brought to you by your South Florida Chevrolet dealers. Looking for more power, capability, and technology with Chevy trucks? You're ready for anything. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Tell you who wasn't ready to drive yesterday, Leroy. You see what happened in the Packers game?
No.
So their center,
he
yacked all over the football. And it ruined the play.
Gross.
They weren't allowed. They couldn't pass it because their football had puke on it. And here was Packers head coach Matthew LaFleur explaining what had gone down in that moment.
Yeah, I asked Malik why he didn't throw the ball on that third down, and he told me that Josh threw up on the ball. I was like, that's the first time I've ever heard that. Matter of fact, the official came over to me, Sean came over to me and said, we saw your center thrown up on the ball. Do you want us to take him out next time? I said, absolutely. Please do that because, you're talking about a critical situation, and it's third down, and I've never had a throw with vomit on a football. So I don't know. I don't think Malik probably didn't appreciate that.
Wait, that sounds like almost when Nick Saban walked over a guy having convulsions. Yeah, take him out because the football's the most important thing right there.
Third down is important, not my center's tummy.
Right. That's it. Man.
Isn't that right, though? Isn't that the right call? Like, you really want me to, I'm sorry, guys.
No, you know why? Here's what happens. Because the other team will say, hey, no free timeouts.
Nah, you got to lay down then. You got to throw up, then lay down, right? Cramps.
I think the thing that is troubling though is you have Malik Willis who has this giant opportunity to start.
All right.
He's like, great. I thought my days were over after Tennessee. He's not gonna refuse to snap the football. He goes, I guess I'm gonna throw the puke ball.
Leroy, how would you feel?
Kind of surprised it doesn't happen more, to be honest with you.
Throwing up.
No.
Yeah.
Because most grown ass people have control of their body unless they're really sick, and then he probably shouldn't be out there in the first place.
It's a lot of guys throwing up. There's guys throwing up at the end of games. It's just he happens to have the football. It's really he's the only one where this is going to directly impact everybody.
That's something else that I've never done.
Throwing up in a game?
Nope.
Which
is
never
amazing.
Practice?
Never.
How would you
I'm
deal
from
with
New
the
Orleans. We don't
handoff?
give nothing back. Not through that end.
Let's say you're on a normal dive of some sort. You feel the ball when you get it. It's a little bit slimier than usual.
Sometimes this time of year, it always feels slimy because it's wet, it's humid, sweating.
Nah, it's got a distinct smell. That's what's immediately going to hit you.
This is different. Yeah, this is slightly different.
No, you'll know.
You'll know. You're going to be like, nah.
So what do you do? Stop running?
Well, I don't know. I guess like they said, the play has to go, but Matt LaFleur doesn't care. He just doesn't want to get ruined because the guy's sick.
That was the weirdest thing that he just kind of said, hey, why? You know what I mean?
What happened there, Malik? Listen, old Chunky 62 over here. Threw up all over the football.
Oh my God.
That's gross.
I know some people throw up. I knew some people that would throw up just from the nerves.
That's just their process.
Yeah. Robert used to throw up a lot.
Had to, or like he couldn't go?
No, he just like when some people get sick or they get the flu or something and part of it is throwing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when I'm sick as I never get nausea, throwing. I'm an eater.
I understand.
Sometimes
you can't tell your body, not now.
Nope. In fact, I remember the only time I ever threw up after eating. I remember I ate some, remember when KFC wings were the thing? When they had them spicy wings? When I got some of those right before like a softball game or something. Now, I played in the church league when I was in Cleveland, right?
Oh, God.
And I tried to stretch a double into a triple. And I ate my last wing on the bench.
Yeah, people do seem to think whatever.
Can I just say this? In my life, I didn't throw up as a kid. That was the first time I ever threw up.
From the KFC wings.
Well, just from trying to
eat
run.
and run.
Yeah. I literally had to wipe the grease off my hands to go into the batter's box. Like it's softball.
I always tell my son always like, yeah, I'm really hungry. I'm like, listen, dude, you can have like something small, but you're about to go do jujitsu, literally spinning around.
Hey, he
I'm
would,
not
he
letting
would,
you.
he would eat a pub sub right
I'm
then
like,
and there.
you can't eat that beforehand. You're gonna need at least a couple hours clearance. So
No Chipotle?
no, not
No,
till
he would eat Chipotle right before.
he wants to. I'm like, can we go Chipotle? I'm like, not before jujitsu. You do rolls to start class. Like they're not gonna have anything. They're not gonna have enough sanitation liquid to fix that mat. So no, we're not doing that. Thankfully, it hasn't been an issue. But yeah, Packers. Their coach really doesn't
Hey,
care.
I've seen guys throw up, but not like that. Not like on the field.
That's another one where, like, if you puked on the football, I feel like Mike McDaniel's like giving that guy like a Capri Sun. He goes, "Hey, can we get you some electrolytes? You all right, buddy?"
He's definitely getting a game ball.
That would explain why you're so far away from the reality of sports, right?
What?
Because if somebody throws up, they're not using juice boxes as
I think Mike McDaniel always has
electrolytes.
You don't think Mike McDaniel just walks around with a pouch of feel-good juice boxes?
No,
I'm a big snack time guy.
I think he does.
No, I can see you right now, a beer in one hand and a Capri Sun in the other hand, right?
Classic.
Although I gotta say, I did put some vodka in a Capri Sun once.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. You know what else is good? Our boy Ira and A&T Dry Cleaners, man. For the best dry cleaners in South Florida, use our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. 40 plus years owned and run, and they take care of all of South Florida, Miami-Dade, Broward, Southern Palm Beach counties. Man, Leroy, Ira's always got it, no matter what you need.
Ira's our boy, and he's a fan of the show, and he wants to take care of our audience. You can call him, text him anytime. His number is 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. They have a seamstress on site who can do same-day alterations, but please give him a call or text him, get a quote. Don't go over there being ridiculous, thinking everything costs a different price. They'll take care of you. They'll hook you up, clean you up. Halloween's coming up. I know you rolled your Halloween costume up last year and put it in the box. It stinks. Go get it dry clean. Ira will take care of you. You need a tux. You got a suit. Tobin, you might want to take that suit over there that you did.
It's funny you mentioned the Halloween costumes though, because kids just want what they want. They don't care what the size is, and everybody's getting them online these days, but they don't fit quite right. Like my son's like, I want to be the Dark Skull King. And I'm like, they don't have your size. So we had to buy a size up. Got to take it and got to get it altered. Get it to fit right, especially with plenty of time for Halloween. You got yourself some leeway here. You got like 6 weeks. But as I said, Ira, they'll take care of it right there at A&T Dry Cleaners. And they got a special deal for our audience out there. You mentioned Tobin and Leroy when you call A&T Dry Cleaners, and you're going to get 25% off your order. So call them today. 954-610-9383. And as Leroy says, all right, you can text him right there. He'll get right back to you. 954-610-9383. A&T Dry Cleaners. You'll never want to launder your own clothes again. Join the WQAM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars Wednesday, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy fine whiskey, a good cigar, and sports talk with the WQAM on-air staff. And here's one for you. Guess who's going to be there? You guys want to know who's going to be there?
Yeah, I would love to know.
You guys want to know who's going to be there?
Yeah, I would know.
Michigan legend Duncan Robinson's going to be there.
Oh, Dunkyard Dog. Dunkyard Dog. Dunkyard Dog.
Wow.
You guys gonna get together and be like, Wolverine stuff.
So we can get we're going to get Duncan Robinson tilted.
Hey, so but
I didn't go to Michigan though, JFig.
So by the way.
Well, I got to finish the read. Hold on.
Okay.
It's free to attend, but you guys need to RSVP at WQAM.com. It'll get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly, coming out with the WQM on-air staff at Whiskey Stars and Cigars Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston. Presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall, official partner, the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online to themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Visit cohenandjudah.com to see partner reviews. So there you go. Dunkyard Dog going to be at the Whiskey Stars event coming up next Wednesday.
Yes,
Got some fun things coming up next Wednesday.
You're excited? I'm excited. I want to see Dunkyard Dog. I know we're going to see him soon for media day.
Mhm.
Like any opportunity. That's cool. That's big.
Yeah.
So before you get all carried away, I found an alternative box of cider boys.
Another flavor?
4 more flavors.
Oh, wow.
Blackberry or wildberry, mango, and
Ooh.
some. Yeah.
What is wildberry?
I don't know. It's like blackberry.
But you just said they had blackberry.
No, I meant wildberry, not blackberry. Or blackberry. I don't know. It tastes, fruity.
I got you. All right.
Berry. So, yeah.
Wildberry is a combination of all of them.
Dade South's right where he says it's time for Marcos to answer for his crimes.
All right.
You ruined Tua. You ruined him.
It's not even our Tua.
You wanted him to run so bad. You want him to be mobile. You want him to be mobile. You want him to run into football. Okay.
My fault.
Look at me.
Bro.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Thanks for ruining the season.
All right, let me ask you a question, huh?
Thanks for ruining the season.
Didn't it feel good though?
No, it didn't.
Look when he ran.
No, it didn't.
For those moments. Oh, okay. For those moments prior to him getting, wasn't it like? Wow.
All I thought about when he was started before, and I'm talking about the moments because this all happens. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
In the moments where he is running, all I thought was greedy pig Marcos.
What? It was 4th and 2.
Greedy
Oh,
pig Marcos
God.
gets his over. That's all I thought. And then,
I
oh no,
already
he
had it.
ruined Tua. You ruined him.
No, it wasn't me. The running wasn't the problem. It was the stopping. I didn't know I had to teach him how to stop too. I mean, come on,
Dude.
Everyone should know. Slide, dude.
Hey,
Slide.
Marcos.
How many cruises has he been on?
Marcos.
Slide?
Marcos.
Yeah.
Let me just say this.
Yep.
A majority of the concussions I got in life on the football field were guys I didn't see.
Oh, he saw the guy.
No, you're making it he could have been. I'm telling you, sometimes the guy catches up and you just try to go in protect mode, but you put your body in a worse position because you didn't have time to. It's football, dude. There's people flying all over the place.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't get your body in a position that warrants safety.
Yeah, but did you see him run though? He was like, phew, phew. And then when he scrambled for more yards, to buy time to get out of sacks, that's the Tua that I wanted. Him running headfirst into a wall is not
so mad at you.
But can I ask all of you guys this? What do we make of the quarterback play early on in the season?
I think it got ruined because he took the best quarterback in the league and you wanted him to run.
Oh, best corner is like
You ruined
he
him.
was having a swell game before
Oh,
then.
okay, he was having an off night. Everybody can have an off night, and
Speaking of answering for his
especially it
crimes.
seems that he doesn't do good on prime time. That seems to be a big issue. But before that,
Can we just not do Thursday night football? Is that
actually, I
possible?
really wish we could not do Thursday night
Is
football. If we
that
could.
possible?
The only time I think he had a good Thursday night game was that game where Flores didn't even want to start him.
Yeah,
And then he came in off the bench and he beat Lamar Jackson.
Maybe that's the plan. Huh?
By the way,
Yeah.
some breaking Dolphins news.
All right.
Shout out to the chat.
Let's go.
The Miami Dolphins have signed quarterback.
Bobby Beathard.
No, not CJ Beathard.
Oh, Bobby.
Former
Yes.
Pro Bowl
Whoa.
quarterback
Okay. I'm excited.
Snoop Huntley.
What?
Is he going by Snoop now?
What?
Oh, Brett Huntley?
Lamar Huntley?
No, Tyler Huntley.
Tyler Huntley.
This is
Yeah.
real?
Is he going by Snoop now, though?
Lamar Huntley.
Why was it tweeted out Snoop?
Snoop Huntley.
Wow.
Tyler Huntley. Snoop Huntley.
Is he going by that now?
I don't know.
I guess that's Snoop
Sometimes people, change their names, you know?
Huntley. Most recently. What the hell?
If you're Skylar Thompson, you must be thinking, man, they must really think I'm garbage.
No, you must be happy that they brought in someone so mobile like Tyler Huntley to
good for you.
You know what? Here's what's amazing. Here's what's amazing.
What was his
40? A guy begging for mobile that is about as mobile as a slug.
You know, we want what we can't have, Leroy.
That's true.
40-yard dash for him, 4.5. Pretty good. Seems like this offense wants something.
I mean, he is a former Pro Bowl quarterback. Where was he?
Didn't he go to UCLA?
He went to Utah.
He went to Hollandale High.
I'm getting him mixed up with another
he is a Broward. Yeah, he went to Hollandale High.
I'm getting him mixed up with another Huntley.
Very, very interesting that we get another mobile quarterback.
So he's an intangible. The Huntley I'm thinking of was not.
What?
Well,
he's not intangible though. The one we're talking about is not intangible.
Snoop Huntley, not an intangible.
No, but didn't they have a Huntley that went to UCLA?
I'm not going to rule out that in the history of UCLA there were no Huntleys, but I do not know of which one you were speaking of.
He's talking about Brett Huntley or Hundley.
Leroy pulling a UFC where they're calling Terence Crawford Kendrick Lamar.
That was crazy.
They're about the same size.
Wow. Okay, so then we're going all in on Skyler then. Essentially, this signing means
it says
we're not going for a vet.
Tua is in concussion protocol. Skylar Thompson is in line to start Sunday in Seattle. Is from Tom Pelissaro. Huntley now could be a factor in coming weeks as well. So Skylar Thompson's on like a 1 week audition, it seems like.
I mean, did you see
So then
him?
why not just get the veteran? Like, I don't understand why.
Because wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah. What are we doing?
You realize how much money quarterbacks are getting paid?
Oh, money.
No. Hold on. Let me explain.
Clearly, we give away money.
You understand how much quarterbacks get paid?
Yes.
What former starting quarterback that's older is just going to come in to be a backup?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Wow. Good answer. Good. But Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah, he's backup for the Rams.
Yeah, he has a job. And apparently Tannehill's not like Tannehill's being he's not
being a diva.
No, he's literally not signing with anybody unless he gets to start the rest of the year. And the Dolphins don't know. Yeah, the Dolphins don't.
Isn't that the epitome of being a diva?
I mean, it's being like he doesn't want. I get it. Like if you're him, you don't have to play. Like you're only gonna want to play if you get a starting gig.
Right.
But
what the hell are we doing here, Tannehill? Come on.
I mean, but he's probably like Tua's probably gonna play again, dude.
Yeah, he is.
How long?
Listen, I
don't know. Probably a month. Like if we're gonna go back to the last time he had a concussion with his dad, it was a month.
Yeah.
I can't explain like the different variations of a concussion. Part of it is you can't, right? That's why you have to let it take its course, and then you can determine, how bad it was or whatever. I just hate that we're in a place where it's not whether Tua is healthy or not, but it's how it looks. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where we are.
Looks
So
very
it
looks very bad. It looks arguably the worst ever, kind of thing. It's not.
It's
but as far as optics,
it's
primetime
football
television
though.
every single time.
Yeah, it's football though.
It's horrible.
Like
It's a
what you
gladiator sport.
can't deny the physicality of the sport.
Yeah, but
Sure.
I think everybody's point to it with it looking that bad is that it didn't seem like that physical a play.
Yeah.
You know, for it to
Right.
have for it to for his body to react the way that it did. Now,
well,
I'm not here to
here's the
say how
deal.
your body should react, but I'm just telling you that's the normal person watching Leroy, a national
Right.
televised game.
Right. But sometimes like you get hit and it's not your head, but more of your nerves. And I don't know whether it's all attached or whatever. But I've been hit before and had to couldn't feel my arm for a couple of minutes, but I didn't have a concussion. Right. So I don't it's there's so many things behind it. That's why I say this. When he's cleared to play, he's cleared to play. If he's not cleared to play, he's not cleared to play. There are people that are far better at determining whether he is cleared to play or not. So instead of sitting here and watching TV when I've had concussions and still can't figure them out, right? And I'm really tired of hearing everybody else talk about what Tua should or shouldn't do without fully understanding the situation. Because I told a buddy of mine, they say, just retire and get the money. You don't get the money if you're retired and you're medically cleared. I say, but I tell you what, I've walked this earth for a while. Ain't nobody turning that money away. Stop acting like you would, oh, that's enough. I would stop lying. People know they go, well, if Dr. Clear me, I'm going to go ahead and try to get that money. Stop acting like you would, just, oh, no, there's a bigger, yeah. So stop. I'm not going to tell Tua what he should or shouldn't do. It's his decision. But for people to just all of a sudden say what they would do in that situation, stop it.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. The one thing that I would argue with you on that is we've already had the situation without him getting any of a big contract because he has gotten money from the contract,
right?
And
I got you.
And he could walk away set up for his life just fine. And they've already had the discussion, his family, the last time before he even had the contract, and this was a thing that he was considering, or there were people in his family who wanted him to consider walking away. So now that it is, and I don't think he's going to. I think the idea that he's going to play is pretty obvious. I know that Tua wants to play football, but they are in a better position to do it if he wanted to. I don't think it's just a money thing, to be honest with you. I think Tua just wants to play football.
Let's add the other aspect of this. There is no person that has been under a microscope more than Tua. For reasons we still can't explain, right? The guy doesn't badmouth anybody, nothing. It's just he's a center of all conversations, even when he didn't have concussions, right? From an athlete's perspective, the one thing that you hope you can do in your career is go out the way you want to go out and go out on your own terms.
Mm-hmm.
And part of this also that's probably running through his mind is I got to show people that I can play this game and I can be successful at this.
Mm-hmm.
And that eats at you constantly. And that's the part of where people talk about the money and all that stuff. Let's be clear. First things first, that man is one hell of a competitor.
Of course. And I mean, wasn't it recently that Chris Bosh, when he was at Goron's retirement, and he goes, sometimes you don't get a farewell.
Right.
Not everybody gets a farewell. And he also said that your career ending is like a death, especially when it's not on your terms. And you're 33, 34 years old at the peak of your powers and you feel fine, but doctors are telling you no.
Right. Exactly. So there's while we sit here and talk about the money and being set and all that, as an athlete, he's thinking about this totally different. He's thinking about, listen to all the crap he's had to hear about his career. All the people saying never should have gave him the money. It's not about the money. It's about his ability to play and show that he can do it, and then maybe get to a point where he can leave on his own terms. That to an athlete is more than money. To being able to show you belong amongst all these elite football players. That's more about money. In fact, I turned down money because I knew that if I went out there and tried to play, I would look like a clown.
You should have payroll banded it though.
No, I couldn't let myself do it. Some guys can. I couldn't do it.
We'll take a break. Hour Tua next.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tagovailoa. Not franchise quarterback. A forever Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
You think it's going to get you off the hook because it was your fault?
Oh, my fault.
Your fault, dude.
It wasn't my
It
fault.
was your fault. This is all your fault. It's been your fault that he got hurt. I'm
Oh,
so mad at
wait,
you.
dude.
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Let's get to our headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Teos, and the Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Miami Dolphins have signed Tyler Huntley, quarterback, to the team. He was on the Ravens practice squad. He's basically spent his entire career with the Ravens outside of being in camp with the Browns this training camp. But he was currently on the Ravens practice squad. Does that mean he has to go to the active roster, Leroy, if they're signing him to their team?
I think you can sign practice squad to practice squad.
Okay. I was wondering if he had to go to, because if he went to the active roster one, then that means they're going to put Tua on IR, which they haven't officially done yet.
Do you think they are?
I don't know. That's why I was wondering if he had to go to the active roster,
Someone else has to suit up, right? I mean, we can't.
somebody else has to suit up. Yes,
Can't just go out there with one quarterback.
yeah, someone else has to suit up, but you have to decide whether or not you want Tua's roster, if they want somebody else in Tua's roster spot for the next 4 games, not 4 weeks, 4 games. So if that were to be the case, if they do end up putting him on IR, I believe that would take us up to the Cardinals game because there's a bye week in there. So let's say they do that. It's Seattle, Tennessee, New England, bye week, Indianapolis.
So the bye week doesn't count.
No. And that would make him, I guess, eligible to come back the 27th against Arizona at home. But Marcos and I were talking about this. It's not the biggest gauntlet in the world. Obviously,
Yeah,
nothing's going to be easy with not having your starting quarterback. But you're talking
No division games, right? I don't think
New England.
Oh, no.
New England.
Who's been pretty feisty.
Yeah, actually.
Pretty feisty. They did lose to Seattle yesterday, but
A lot of like in the games like mishaps. Like it's almost like some of these teams forgot how football is played, right? Like when you got a couple of minutes left to go in the game, the one thing you never do is throw a pass, right? You want the clock to run. Why all of a sudden we throwing these little short incomplete passes, stopping the clock, guaranteeing that the other team gonna get the ball.
So yeah, I don't know, man. There was some weird games yesterday. Very strange. But anyway, so yeah, that's something to keep an eye on if the Dolphins do decide that they're going to put Tua out for the next 4 games. Which look, the last time this happened, he basically missed, and I'm talking like the last time this happened viciously like this on Thursday Night Football, he missed about a month.
Yeah,
he missed about a month, and then he had the one at the end of the season with Green Bay. But
he needs to wear his helmet inside his head. Because if it's the jarring of the brain, we need to go ahead on and give him some more fluid.
And then people also say, like, should he go with the Guardian cap too? Give him all the caps, whatever, everything, anything, whatever they can do.
Do you understand that putting the Guardian cap on doesn't matter?
Why?
Because it's the jarring of your brain in your head.
Can't
so
hurt.
whether you hit something hard or soft, if the brain juggles in your head, that's what caused the concussion.
Give him every kind of cap there is to give him. I don't care if he needs it or not. Give him the cap. Give him one of those cowboy collars that Zach Thomas used to wear. Give him one of those.
I tried those. I tried one of those for a year.
Give him whatever it takes, and then also never run again. Never.
His over under is going to be +0.5.
Easy money, baby.
In fact, I think if he runs,
he should be tased.
He should be fined.
Penalized.
No, I want Mike McDaniel to come out and fine him $1,000 for every yard he runs.
No, you know why you can't do that? Because if it's 3rd and 5 at the end of a football game and he have 10 yards he can get, yeah, you got to play football, man.
You gotta play football, Leroy. You gotta play football. Well, how about we paid $160 million for a statue? That's expensive.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's exactly what I wanted. I told you all off season. It was the dumbest thing ever for him to get nimble or mobile. And by the way, a lot of good it did. You really saw him go off the cuff anyway with his throws, Marcos. The only thing that it did was give him a false sense of security, and he still got hurt. And it's your fault.
No, that you never saw that one play that he did where he extended it for 3 seconds.
The play in preseason where he went up against a grocery bagger in the backfield.
That was good. Sorry, bringing me back flashbacks.
You bastard.
Nimble on his toes. Clearly, the offense calls for that. Skylar Thompson's going to be rolling out. We got Snoop Huntley, mobile, 4.5. I don't know if you did that.
What?
Yeah, it's in his 40.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It wasn't 10 years ago. But
what
it
year
was
is this for him?
year 4.
Look at that. Inflation. So really he runs a 4.4.
He made a Pro Bowl in his first 4 years of the league, and now he's
Leroy. He's one of the most notorious Pro Bowler, ridiculous. Remember, it was a flag football game. He had more picks than interceptions that year.
Yeah.
Well,
and he basically that was the game.
Those are the same thing.
I'm sorry, he had more touchdowns. he had in that season. This was his Pro Bowl season. Okay. 2-2.
Yeah.
He threw for 658 yards.
Ooh.
He threw for 2 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Oof.
He only played 4 games?
Yeah, there was a game. It's when Lamar got hurt. That's who he went into.
So check this out. Here's the crazy thing.
Must have literally ran out of everyone.
Yeah. It literally ran out of everybody. I don't know, man. There's certain things that I think we put ourselves in that we probably shouldn't. And all I hope for is Tua's well-being. And I hope he has the people around him to be able to make a solid choice moving forward. And then we just respect his choice, right? For people that have never kind of experienced it or gone through it or have, or understand not the money part of it, but the competitive part of it, right? I think they're being a little bit unfair. And to see guys on TV, I think, who's it? Teddy from the Patriots.
Bruschi.
Teddy Bruschi said it perfectly. He said he had to have a stent put in his heart or something put in his heart because he had a stroke when he was 31 years old.
Yep.
And he said he asked all the questions. Hey, so if I get hit really hard, is this thing going to move? And they basically said, hard to say.
Yeah.
And he still went out and
Doctors
played.
always want to leave themselves wiggle room.
Right. That's it. Which you can't get an honest answer because everybody's so scared of getting sued that you end up making decisions based on your medical history and not on your medical knowledge.
Right.
And that's unfortunate. Nobody wants to, and so the same thing's going to be this way for Tua. Right. So I hope that he gets the right advice. He gets the right, the doctors around him, let him know when he's healthy and when he can go and not worry about how it looks or it is. You are or you aren't. As simple as that. And then he can make his own decision. But for us to I kind of understand the part, not the money part, but I understand the part of everybody's been in his ear and on his back his whole career. and he finally gets a chance to show everybody what he can and can't do. And he doesn't want it to end with people saying, see, I told you. Just those words, which is everybody, like, you know how many texts I got? Knew he wasn't the guy because he got hurt. For this young man, for Tua, he is the only person that I've ever seen lead a sport in a category and people still treat him like he's Daniel Jones. Right? So,
yeah, I mean, like, look, I've been a Tua backer his entire career. I've always been a Tua fan, but I do think that one of the reasons I thought it was stupid that Frog Boy wanted him to run was you knew this was an element of his.
He's not a big dude. He's not a big dude.
He's
so
not a big guy.
Can't he slide? I haven't seen.
You know what? You know what? Here, Marcos. Can I just tell you? I've told you 1,000 times.
Right in the face.
Most of my concussions came from people I didn't see.
Yeah.
So for you to think, okay,
I agree.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of open your eyes.
No,
So
but
they fast too. They big and fast.
But this is, I think, the thing that was jarring about this with his last ones. It was always the same way. It was always he was getting thrown onto the back of his head.
Can't do nothing about that.
And he took the precautions of learning how to fall and to try and improve that. And it seemed like it really, really worked.
Yeah.
I think the thing that's jarring about this is everybody has said, like, this was not a violent play.
Well,
this was not a violent play. And he had and his body had a very violent reaction to a play that did not seem that violent. And so what everybody I think looks at with him is like, you really do feel, Leroy, like it could be on any play for him. Because remember the last time that this happened, his season ended the next day at practice or the next day in film because they didn't know. And he's like, I couldn't remember what that play was.
Right.
So, yeah, I do think, like, I get people who say it's his decision, and I'm for you. I get it. It's his decision. I'm not going to knock him if he continues to play because I think he's going to continue to play. But I also have a little bit of a hard time people saying, hey, nobody's allowed to have a take on this, that they're a little worried about watching him play football.
No, but that's not here. That's not what the take is.
No, people have that take. They do. If you're adding on to this being the reason why he's not the guy, okay, if you had durability questions about him, he's had durability issues. He's had durability issues.
So have half the quarterbacks in the league.
That's fine. But I'm just saying, like, there's nobody. You're really going to watch him this year? You're not going to have any issues or you're not going to have any worries watching him?
Here's what I would say. This is the honest truth. See, because I can be honest about it. Like, keep in mind, I got stretchered and took to a hospital because I hit somebody that was 145 pounds because I turned my head the same way Tua did. Same exact thing, except I ended up on a stretcher in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand what happened. Okay? But here's the deal. I am always going to watch Tua and always look and say, is he protecting himself? Did that hit do this or did that hit do that? It's human nature, right? I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about all the other stuff about people saying what Tua should or shouldn't do. That's the part I have a problem with. You turn on TV, nobody's talking about, I hope he's okay or whatever. Oh, this is what I would do, right? You see what I'm saying? So knowing that every one of those players at some point during their career had to make that decision, is it worth me coming back?
Mm-hmm.
And every one of them will tell you, I didn't want to go out like that.
Okay, but not all of them did, though. Andrew Luck didn't. Luke Kuechly didn't. Not all of them did.
But Andrew Luck decided not to come back.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, not everybody. Not everybody has the take. I want to keep. I keep wanting to put myself on the line.
Right,
like
I understand that. Again, I'm not telling Tua what to do. I'm not suggesting what he should do. So I'm never going to have that take with Tua. I only had that take with me, and I've heard people say that. Right? It was the same. Remember Charles Barkley limping through a half with San Antonio? His whole thing was, I didn't want to not, right? He could barely run.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just the mentality of some people. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if Tua feels that way or not. All I want him to do is be healthy, and I want for him to make a decision. And I can live with any decision he makes because I respect him as a man. But for all these people out here saying what he should or what I would do, and no, that's not for us to decide. And so, and I'm not gonna lie, the next time he plays, if I see 30 yards in front of him, I'm gonna just start be yelling Cam Ward. You know, Cam Ward run over to the sideline as soon as somebody get close.
He does.
Step
That's
out.
Leroy. That is a good point.
Yeah, you mean against Ball State?
Oh well,
Right? No. Yeah. That's also Ball State. He ain't playing against Georgia.
The Gators, remember that though? Ooh, SEC.
Oh yeah, they've been off to a tremendous start this year. I mean, the Gators and FSU are bringing shame to the state.
They're not SEC, dude. Pick another initial to put on the end of that.
Yeah, BUM.
What if he plays one more year? What if he's like, hey, I'm just gonna ride out the rest of this year, Super Bowl or bust?
Who, Tua?
Tua, yeah.
Whatever. Again, and then at the end of the year, if he says, you know, I've thought about it, and you know, I don't want to put myself through this. I got a family, or whatever. I would understand. Again, I'm not gonna say what he should and shouldn't do. I'm just like looking around and hearing people telling everybody what they should or shouldn't do, knowing damn well, dude, if you had a chance to get that money, you would get that money. You try whatever you can to get that money. So I'm not.
Yeah, but this is again, like this was a question before he even got the money. Like this was a question before he even got a big signing bonus.
And
like
he didn't come back for the money. You see what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, like the whole.
You can't say
I don't know.
You can't say he didn't do it then and say he won't do it now.
I think that there's probably a level and a spectrum of what people will go for and what they want to put themselves through. Look, I don't know what that is. I'm not inside of his head. I think, yes, I'm not saying he's doing it all for the money,
right?
But it would be silly to think that being at a point where you were a couple of years ago to where you are now isn't different and doesn't give you more pause, and especially with having two young babies.
Yes, again, to take all of his outlying circumstances and make them a part of it is probably only natural. But you have to understand, man, I've seen guys go on the field and try to play with some unbelievable stuff that people would just not, I had a finger folded over to on the top of my hand, and I took some tape from Steve and taped it up and kept going in that series. I didn't think anything was wrong with it, right? And so, like, I'm trying to explain to you the mentality of a competitor and how you spend most of your career trying to prove naysayers wrong. My own perfect example, when Cleveland or Baltimore shipped me out for Bam Morris, my next 4 injuries, all I kept thinking about was, is Bam still playing? It didn't have nothing to do with how much I was hurting. And so it wasn't about the money. It was about the fact that somebody called me a failure by sending me somewhere else. And sometimes that mentality takes over that it never.
I think if he were to end his career today, there would be a lot of those, like,
he'd be miserable.
I think that's definitely
he'd be miserable unless somebody told him he could not play. You understand? Now that's the difference. If medically they come in and say, Tua, you cannot play anymore, that's a totally different situation than him just deciding I can't do it. Because as a football player, it makes you look soft. It makes you look like you got no fight. It makes, even if that's not the case, I would not pass judgment on Tua, whatever he decided to do.
We'll take a break. Leroy will hand out his game balls and game bums next.
This
Frog pony?
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, join the WQM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars. Wednesday, September 25th, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy fine whiskey, a good cigar, and sports talk with the WQAM on-air staff and newly announced guest, the Heat, Duncan Robinson.
Whoa!
Will also be there. It's free to attend, but you need to RSVP at WQAM.com, which gets you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21. Drink responsibly and come hang out with the WQM on-air staff at Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars. Yes, Leroy, let me just finish the read, and then you can ask a question. It's Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall, official partner, the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online to themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Visit cohenandjudah.com and to see partner reviews. Go ahead, Leroy.
Now to your regular scheduled programming.
Yes.
Tobin and Leroy. So if Dunks comes in there and has himself a nice whiskey and smoke a nice cigar, you're not going to do the fat cat to him, are you?
No, what are you talking about?
That is kind of the epitome of fat cat. You get a little money and now you sipping on whiskey and smoking a cigar.
He only had 1.5 fat cat seasons.
Wait, what?
He has
in those same fat cat seasons, he was the quickest man ever in the NBA history to get to 500.
That's right. He's a record holder.
And you still called him a fat cat.
Only when it was deserved. But
like why do you think people are supposed to make 5 threes every game?
It wasn't just me. I mean, like, don't act like he didn't lose his job to Max Strus. And secondly, I also have coined the term the Dunkyard Dog, which now everybody's calling him. They're making merch. Everybody refers to him as Dunkyard Dog now. So don't also forget what I've also coined him as now, because he's gone from fat cat to Dunkyard Dog.
You're trying to wiggle out of this.
I'm not wiggling out of it. Just what's fair is fair.
I'm just saying this. The epitome of fat cat is sipping on a whiskey and smoking a cigar.
Nah,
if you see Dunks sitting in chit-chatting, smoking a cigar.
I never.
Well, you never what? You never say anything about what people are doing?
Never, dude.
Oh,
never.
my goodness.
You enjoy your off season how you want to enjoy your off season.
What?
Enjoy your off season. It's your time. That's your time.
You've never complained that maybe people should be getting playing more basketball?
Nah. The only time, listen, and by the way, we've come to the root of this.
If you say the only time, that means yes, you have.
The only time I ever got on Duncan Robinson was this nonsense because JJ Redick was a bad influence on him. And JJ Redick was like, you should podcast. And so then all of a sudden he's like, all right, I guess I got a podcast because JJ Redick is podcasting. But then he realizes, well, I shouldn't act like JJ Redick because it's enough of JJ Redick. Like, I just want to be my own person. And when it was his own person, then all of a sudden what happened? Dunkyard Dog, taking it to the hoop, filling it up.
Hey, Marco,
doing all types of things on his game.
I almost had the record-sized bass in the boat, and right at the last minute, he
wiggled out,
got off the hook. You are a piece of work.
That's not true,
dude. You are amazing at how
I'm going to tell you the truth about it. Duncan Robinson getting hurt last year, his back getting jacked up. People can point to Jimmy, and people can point to Terry Rozier. But I said when it happened, I said he can't overcome an injured Duncan Robinson, and it was the truth.
Especially the way he was playing.
He was playing amazing,
right?
And then all of a sudden, he's got a back like an old person in Century Village. I don't know what happened.
Dude,
can somebody get the Heat good mattresses?
Wait,
who the hell is the mattress sponsor for the Heat?
You know how much jumping and running and bouncing as somebody who's 6'8", 6'9", it takes a toll.
You think he did Pilates in the offseason? What do you think he did? Also, speaking of old, this Ira Winderman, I love him to death.
Whoa.
I don't know what the hell this.
But buckle up for safety, Ira.
Ira had this Ask Ira column, which is, I love the Ask Ira column. And he tweeted something
ready. You said, I love this and I love that. You get ready to go in pre.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Hey,
he's
Marcos,
using words that are too big, and I don't like it.
Marcos, get ready, because you can just tell where this is going.
he said, should there be concern with the Heat's now? Should there be concern with the Heat now with 6 Tracenarians, in parentheses, look it up, or is it more about the Vicenarians? The latest, ask Ira. I'm like, huh?
Well, wait, can I ask you a question? Because here's where I know. Before you brought this to our attention, did you look up the 2 words?
I did afterwards.
Okay, and give us a definition.
Well, what the hell is it? Tricenarian is a fancy word for someone in their 30s. And I'm just like,
and the other one is somebody in their 20s?
I'm guessing so. I didn't even look that one up. I was like, you know what? I'm tired.
You looked up one word and had to
I
take
don't like,
a nap?
can I just say, I don't like when wordsmiths and writers try and flex their mighty pen.
Whoa.
You know? Him and Barry Jackson, they try and get very fancy with their verbiage. And I'm just like, I'm tired. Can you
like
just,
much simpler terms?
Could you dumb it down for me, please? In the words of Tyler Hero, that's a big word for me, dog. It's a big word for me, dog.
Good call. It's a good call.
Nothing like trying to read your favorite, writer, and then he hit you with a couple of words that just
big word for me, dog.
Tricenarian.
The old use big words without fully understanding their meaning.
Exactly, dude.
It goes on for quite some time, apparently. Vicenarian, quadragenarian.
Is Vicenarian 20s?
Indeed.
Okay.
29, quadragenarian.
All right. So,
49.
like a normal person, it should have been written, is there concern that the Heat now have 6 players in their 30s, or is it more about the players in their 20s?
Wow.
That's it.
Which is a good question.
That's why we look to you, Tobin, to break it down.
I was like, what? And I didn't even look in the column. Like, did somebody actually write that to him?
He's writing his own questions. He just exposed himself right there.
Oh, who used to do that? Remember that? That's old radio.
They used to, like fake texts?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Nonagenarian, person in their 90s.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it would be funny if like some guy was like a sommelier was sitting there with like, he's like very the berries. They're just they're developing quite. Let me write to Ira. I have a question.
Yes. That guy, like, I think the guys writing Ira are drinking Budweiser. Right?
I think they're like me, drinking the Tito's and lemonade in their pool, being like, hey, Ira, you think this is the season that Bam's actually a 4? Time to move him out of the paint. Man. Anyway, listen, you can like big words all you want. But let me tell you something.
Boy.
Big words don't mean nothing if it's not working in the bedroom.
Whoa.
That's why, even if you don't have your thesaurus handy, I got 2 easy words for you.
What's that?
Blue Chew, my friend. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Now you can chew it and do it. So whether you're married, you're looking to spice things up, or you're single trying to impress someone new, Blue Chew is for you. And I got a special deal for all our listeners out there. You guys can try Blue Chew for free when you use the promo code SHOWPONY. You go to BlueChew.com and at checkout, use the promo code SHOWPONY. You're paying just $5 for shipping, and you're getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. All right? No doctor's visits, no pharmacy visits, no weird conversations you don't want to have. It just gets delivered right to your door in a discreet package. So whether you're what the hell did he call it? A tricenarian? A tricenarian? A quadracenarian?
Yeah.
All right? A veterinarian?
Wow.
Whatever's not working in the bedroom, baby, a little Blue Chew for you. Go to BlueChew.com today. Use the promo code SHOWPONY. You're getting your first month free. BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com. Show.
This guy's a ball.
It's that time, people. Let's gather around the locker room. Coach Leroy Horde has some game balls and game bumps to hand out. What do you got today, Leroy?
My game ball is going to go to the New Orleans Saints.
Man, dude.
Quietly, you have scored 80-something points, right, in the first 2 weeks.
They got Kubiak's kid calling plays?
I think so.
Wow.
I just know, holy smokes.
Kubiak's kid.
I also want to give a shout-out to all the running backs in NFL.
Guy who directed The Shining?
Can't get paid, who have shown that you may be the most important part in winning, because all the teams that can run the football are winning. So I hope that turns around a little bit. People start understanding. And I've always told you, Tobin, if you can't run the ball, you can't win.
Listen, dude, I don't root for any Philadelphia, but it's tough for me not to tune into the Eagles tonight and root for Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be rooting because I'm only going to go back to Hard Knocks about their owner who basically hit his GM with don't lose.
Yeah.
And he let Saquon Barkley go to the Eagles and 3 touchdowns his first week. Who knows what they do tonight? I will say though, Leroy, we were talking a lot about Aaron Rodgers, how he's not bouncing back. Some of these practice videos of Kirk Cousins,
right?
He is moving. He did not science. He did not.
Hold on.
Again, to think that everybody is going to pull the Tom Brady is being a little ridiculous.
The Jalen Phillips.
No.
Oh,
the Tom Brady and play until they're 40, 42, 43 years old.
That's crazy.
Right? It's just crazy to me. So, but yeah, you know what it looks like? It looks like he's damn near 40.
Yep.
And he had a major surgery.
Sure does.
Like, that's not like, okay. They did draft a quarterback though, because they kind of knew.
Heat Colt says game ball to Minshew to Devontae Adams. Sounds like somebody who had
hey, big shock on the Raiders too. The Raiders are, kind of, everybody said, oh, they got the new coach. That's a cute story. But they're playing pretty good football.
Their coach who basically he told Tua to hang him up last week. I was like,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Right.
Like you would want that, wouldn't you, Raiders?
Well, they if Tua does come back, what is it? Week what do they got the Raiders? Week 11.
Yeah. If
Raiders visit.
If Tua's a dog, he'll put up 400 yards that game.
Yeah.
Retire this.
But that's kind of how his career is going to go from now on, right?
Yep.
Told you, everybody, naysayers. My game bums. I got a couple.
Ball State.
Whoa.
Not Ball State. Not Ball State. I'm not.
They did their
but here, they were outclassed. I'm not gonna ever step on those teams because those teams come in and play these D1, these big D1 universities for the simple fact of getting that check.
Did Letterman go to Ball State?
I think so. You keep asking that. Could have found out by now.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Slippy there.
But my game bum is going to go to, besides a couple of teams, some of the raggediest looking offensive football that I've seen to start a season in a long time. It looks terrible. I mean, I've never seen so many quarterbacks throw for less than 200 yards. Go look it up. It is crazy.
Yep.
So I don't know whether that's a preseason thing and not playing any during the preseason, or just the way defenses are playing now. But it's a lot of sacks, quarterbacks getting sacked all over the place. Everybody want to say their offensive line is struggling or whatever. I don't know what to make of it. It's just bad offensive football, except for the teams that run and play action, which has been the basic fundamentals of offensive football for however many years. Run the football, establish the run, play action, opens everything up. That's the way it's been. That's the way people talk about it. Now these, coaches have come in and say, no, we're going to throw the short pass and use that as a run. Not working out.
Did you see Bryce Young came out and they're asking him like, hey, because I mean, him and the Panthers are all getting booed to high hell. And he goes, where's your confidence at right now? And he goes, my confidence comes from the Lord.
Little Dabo Sweeney.
I'm like, well, you might want to call him up, dude. And say, you might want to throw up a few more.
Tell him send down a little more confidence.
Wow. Confident. Draw my confidence from the Lord. So I'm very blessed. And I'm grateful for this challenge. Not ideal start, but God is everything for a reason. So I have faith in that.
Bryce,
that's right, Luis.
A lot of boos in the home stadium today. Is that something you hear and something that bothers you?
I respect the passion that the city has for the team. So obviously that's part of it. So I respect the passion of the city.
Man,
you got passion, all right, buddy.
What was his final numbers yesterday?
Hey, 3.
18 of 26 for 84 yards.
But guess what? Is that, to me, that's not really that big much of a difference with 18-26 for 140, which is a lot of quarterbacks throwing for.
That's what Herbert did, yeah.
Right.
Herbert,
it's crazy.
20. Herbert, 14 of 20, 130.
But they ran for damn near 200.
Yeah, they did.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
it's
he
funny.
still hasn't thrown a touchdown.
They basically stole the Ravens' backfield. It's Harbaugh.
Yeah, right. Gus and Gus Edwards.
They got Gus and JK.
And guess how much they ran for?
219 as a team.
Yep, there you go. Go ahead. Like, you can say what you want about football.
Let me tell you something. If you guys want to see some passing, you watch the Hurricanes.
Oh,
you watch the Hurricanes.
That's college. That's college. Because all you need is big guys up front, right? And if you bigger than the other team, which they were, they dominated Ball State.
Yep.
But I'm just like, I don't know if it's just because of the preseason that it looks so, but offensive football has not looked that good.
I know.
And dude, if a quarterback threw for less than 200 yards in the last 5 years, everybody would be like, oh, there's some concerns offensively. Now you got 20 of the 32 teams that I can go and look, and what is it, 20? 20. I want to say 20 of the 32 teams the quarterback didn't throw for 200 yards. That got to be, somebody got to make some of that. That's crazy to me.
I'm laughing at Cap for Life, who's just shouting via chat.
I was just going to respond.
Tobin, Big O has jumped ship on Uno. The media is fed up. Ethan is not falling for the BS anymore. Dave Hyde not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Well, if Ethan Skolnick is off, then I guess we all got to be rats off a ship on Tua. If Ethan's gone,
that seems like a popular, I'm lucky that one bad game didn't make me, this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like if Tua don't throw for 350 and 3 touchdowns, everybody gonna say I told you. It's a long season.
Unfair, though. We weren't able to really diagnose his performance because of the injury.
We did diagnose his performance. His performance sucked.
No, it wasn't good.
Performance was terrible.
But and let me ask you a question.
A lot.
Is it just Tua? Or when you look around the league, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are having the same, it's bad offensive football throughout the league.
I can't. Poopart tried to tell us.
He knows them all.
Just so you know, if you've had a Tua take, Cap for Life he's keeping notes.
Soft indeed trying to warn us.
Come on.
Yeah, listen, we did talk about it though, Marcus. Yeah, they got embarrassed. It's like, look, it is one of these things where like you never want to the bigger story is obviously Tua's health in his head, but yes, the idea that they got absolutely humiliated once again by Buffalo
doesn't help. Right,
It was
doesn't
not
help.
great. It was not great that Mike McDaniel once again was put in the high chair by Sean McDermott, because Sean McDermott is like motion, schmotion. You like they don't have any defenders left other than their front four. Those guys are good, but they like they have found linebackers, safeties, and corners, I think, on want ads like Craigslist, and they're fine. They're like, oh, we lost another one of those. Doesn't matter. We'll still shut out the Dolphins.
You know what it is? It's the positioning of them. Right? Remember I showed you on the board?
He did. He brought up the board.
Oh,
I brought out the board and I showed you what they do. And now you add two new receivers who don't quite understand the intricacies of running those routes in the middle of the field, and it looks even worse.
I'll never trust Dairyland Express again for telling me that Grant DeBose was one of the people that the Packers will regret cutting. Take a break. Back after this.
Join Hockey
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Oh man, let's get to some headlines here, brought to us by Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Taos, and the Atlas. And remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. Oh man, yesterday my son goes to see Beetlejuice with my wife, my other daughter, and her friend. It's a movie that's like right next to our house, and they bring up, spoiler alert, at one point they bring up, and he murdered his parents, and my son just goes to my wife and goes, "I'm out." He's like, "I'm out." He wasn't quite, he's like, "Is Beetlejuice too scary?" Well, he's 8. I'm like, and he was fine with all the graphic death scenes and all that type of stuff and all the things that Beetlejuice bring. But when he brought up murder, he's just like, "Murder? I'm out." Made her leave, bring him home.
Jeez.
Do you know Beetlejuice is spelled differently in the movie?
Hmm?
There's something that's going around now that the movie's out. In the movie itself, it is spelled like
with a G, right?
Yeah, BETELGEUSE, as opposed to the way that we know it, essentially Beetle and Juice. I'm not sure why they decided to change it, but I'm glad they did. I
can't market that.
Beetle Guise?
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Can't.
Did anyone say it was good, bad? I'm interested in it.
My daughter liked it. My daughter and her friend liked it. My wife missed it. I was at home watching Cowboys and Saints. I spent my Sunday watching football.
Now it's weird because you get different games than us down here sometimes, right?
I can, but they actually gave us some pretty decent ones yesterday. I mean, I think we all got Cincinnati and Kansas City.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the night game. So
that was 425, yeah.
Oh, 425, yeah.
Yeah, it was 425. The night game was Bears and Texans. I did not watch that.
I didn't either. I watched a little bit of it, and
was that delayed too?
No, they play inside, you idiot.
Something was delayed yesterday, wasn't it?
The thing that was delayed was
football.
Canes Ball State was delayed
for like 2 hours.
But no, I don't know.
It never rained at my house.
What was delayed?
Bears Texans.
Oh, was it? I apologize.
It was
Was it in Chicago?
No. It was in Houston.
No, it wasn't weather related. Apparently, sideline referee carted off after. And then another apparently 2 NFL games were delayed due to medical incidents involving chain game members. Apparently, another chain game member.
You know what?
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
Can we please not put the oldest officials to hold the chain? They never can get out of the way.
The old dude bleed easily.
Yeah.
But they never get out of the way. They're like, oh.
You know what's crazy though? Like, do you remember the first Dolphins preseason game where it was Dolphins Falcons and they went to the digital measurement?
Oh yes.
Has anybody seen that happen in a regular game yet? Were they just trying that out? Because
yeah, they were actually just trying it out. I think I did see that it's going to be incorporated starting next season.
Oh, okay. Because I
hate it already.
I hated it. I hated it too. I love the chain gang. But I haven't seen it pop up in any football, and I was a little surprised. But I would have figured 2 weeks in, somebody's had to have it arrive. But anyway, if you guys hear the headlines, Miami Dolphins have signed Tyler Huntley from the Ravens practice squad. So the Dolphins did add a quarterback, as Mike McDaniel said they were going to do. The NFL Network and ESPN reported over the weekend that Tua Tagovailoa has no plans to retire, but he will start seeing specialists this week and get a timeline on his return. So if Tua is placed on IR, that'll give us a better idea. That would put him basically to the end of October with the bye week,
right,
if that is the case. But that's where we're at right now. Tyler Huntley, you are a Miami Dolphin. Tough luck for Tim Boyle. I really thought it was going to work out for him. Miami Hurricanes, they shut out Ball State 62-0. Cam Ward.
Oh my goodness. He had a game his first half.
19 of 28, 346 yards, 5 touchdown passes.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Is he the number 1 Heisman in odds right now?
Yeah,
I did see that. That yes, he is
Wow.
top of the.
Is that the
top
best
board.
decision ever that he's ever like? He's like, he was talking like 5th, maybe 6th round pick.
Yeah, for sure.
You
And
ready
now-
for this? Coming out of high school,
Hmm?
he was a 0-star player.
Crazy, right? 0 stars. How's that possible?
He went to Incarnate Word his first 2 years.
Words mean words.
Words mean words, dude.
Man, he's
That
fun to
sounds,
watch.
That sounds very religious, doesn't it?
It does.
Like I wouldn't be telling too many jokes.
This guy is incredible.
Here's my only problem, and it's nothing with Cam Ward. I actually love Cam Ward so much that this is a problem.
What's wrong?
I want to see him do this against, I want the world to know.
Yeah, so so does everybody else. But until that happens, enjoy it.
But I looked at the schedule. The only ranked team we have this year, and I'm glad for the cupcake schedule. Don't get me wrong. Louisville is that the only competition we have towards the end?
Hey, he didn't make that schedule. He was in Washington State last year.
I just don't want to go to the.
But they're killing dudes.
They're
killing. Like I feel like the Hurricanes would have won against Ball State last year, like 21-14.
35-7. Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'll tell you what's a must win though.
Oh, must win.
Hosting Duke against Manny Diaz.
That's a must win.
You better kill them.
Hey, is that a must win or
I need puffy eyes like he's on the verge of tears, Manny Diaz. That's what I need. They're off to a 3-0 start too.
Saw me get disrespected recently.
Manny Diaz?
Yeah.
Nah, what'd he do?
An opposing player caught an interception and then tossed him the ball.
Oh, did he? That's and then Florida State. Oof.
Hey.
Wow.
Oof. Who's
Florida
Can
State.
I just say this?
That's good.
Who's worse, Florida State or Florida?
Florida State for sure.
Only because they were higher up yesterday. Florida have been sucking for a while.
Florida State has lost to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
They lost, and mind you, the next two at home. They lost at home to Boston College and at home to Memphis.
Yeah, I mean they both suck. Not good. Not good.
My God. Don't worry though. They got Charleston Southern on the 23rd of November.
Good luck.
Maybe.
Honestly, good luck. Good luck.
Wow. I mean, hey, Canes, you better boat race them. Oof. Boat race. Canes have 7:00 this Saturday. Saturday or Friday? This game.
Oh, that's a good question.
Saturday night. They are on the road in Tampa to take on South Florida.
Any concern? I heard they did. They kind of held their own against Alabama for a quarter. Like, should I be? Is this? I think Leroy said this most talented team we're facing thus far.
Yeah, no concern, but I think like this is probably going to be one of those in the trend. Like they put up a lot of rushing yards. They beat Southern Miss on the road this past week.
Now that's the one thing they do. They run the hell out of the football. So
yeah, they had
interesting to see how we're so used to. There's a difference in having the lead and knowing your team's got to pass the ball to keep up, and then you just pin your ears back and rush the passer, versus a team that's going to make a conscious effort to just run the ball and eat up clock and slow the game down and all these things. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. This is their toughest test so far.
They ran for 369 yards this week.
Yeah.
On Southern Miss. So
depth at that running back position for sure.
So they that's definitely I would say, especially going on the road too. But I don't know, man. It's just you're feeling froggy right now.
Only right up the street.
Yeah,
you're feeling froggy right now.
South Florida's in Orlando. Is that UCF?
That's UCF.
UCF.
So South Florida's in Tampa.
Yeah.
So they played the Buck. I think they still play the Bucks place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yep, confirmed. Tickets are left, by the way.
Oh,
so check that out, everybody. But it is. Look, it's tough not to feel. I'm not going to say it. 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 I'm not going to say. I want to say it.
Yeah.
I want to say where the U is, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm not going to say it.
Are they in
Not
the
yet.
front?
I'm not saying it. I'm not. Don't try and trick me into saying where they are or where they are not.
What's their location? When can I say that? Like, do I gotta wait till the end of the year because there's not like an opponent like we beat Alabama? We can say.
I think they need to win the ACC for you to say it.
All right,
it's already
We
right.
gotta win the ACC championship to say
I
it.
already got my. I told you I had my tickets before the year.
I think you did.
I know you did, but you're not gonna say it.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
By the way, did you see Intangibles Wonder himself, Arch Manning, this week?
Whoa!
Wow.
A Manning that can scoop.
What the hell is that?
Oh, I was shocked because the rest of the family. Well, let me put it this way: growing up watching Archie ran for his life, so he could scoot too.
That's his grandpa genes.
Yeah, that's grandpa genes. Because I'm gonna tell you what, his two uncles. Oh my goodness. And let's not talk about it. It got progressively better because Peyton couldn't run a lick. Eli would move a little bit and scramble a little bit, and now Arch can go.
Man, that was something this week. But yeah, I'm not gonna say where they are, Marcos. I can't do it.
Now, yeah, because you listen, it's fair not to say anything until you see them play against some competition worthy of saying they are here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So and this is a big test, not because of how good USF is, but because of the style of football they play.
Mm-hmm.
And that is always it's like, you ever notice when you watch one of like Army or Navy, they always stay close to teams that are really good. It's the style of offense they run. Like, it's just they eat up all the clock and you can't just go up and down the field on them.
Is at Cal a test? They're 3-0.
That trip all the way to California, it's like a damn bowl trip. Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech.
Oh man.
You
I don't want
got
to say where they are.
demons.
I want to say where they are. Can't get ahead of myself. Can't get ahead of myself. But man, this guy, he just sits back there so calm. And he's just like, how do I want to throw this? He's like loosening up the old chicken wing. He goes, how do I want to throw this touchdown? He's just so cool.
Yep. Never do you feel
like
nervous.
I mean, there was like, you know what it's like? He's like, it's a little like De'Ara King, but like now, like I feel like, I did feel like De'Ara King was running for his life.
Yep.
I didn't feel like I do feel like the King's got weapons, dude.
Yeah.
He's got people to throw to. He's got moose tight ends. He's got weapons in the backfield. Don't get me started on this offensive line.
Oh
my God, he's got all the time in the world.
Hogs up
there. He could go back there. He could do a crossword puzzle and zing a touchdown to Xavier Restrepo right now.
Yeah. Restrepo's catching everything too.
He really is.
Catching everything.
Third receiver, Dolphins scout.
Sorry, Braxton.
Woo! Take a break. Back after this.
This hour of Tobin
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello, guys.
Cool 12/28 today.
That is cool, actually.
In December, you'll show up on one of the times that's actually the date.
Oh. Maybe that'll be the thing. Like every day in December, that'll be the time.
Yep.
That's
12:01, 12:02.
That is good.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind getting you. We're almost in October.
Mm-hmm.
Know what that is? 10.
No.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't think she's amused by this.
I'm not.
15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored here, brought to us by the Lexus RX, the luxury SUV for those who never want to lose their edge. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. Dolphins will be back in action Sunday at 4 against the Seattle Seahawks, who are winners this week over the New England Patriots in overtime. So there you go. They won 23-20 yesterday. If you guys are just tuning in today, Tyler Huntley, he is signed with the Miami Dolphins, quarterback. He was a Pro Bowler a couple of years ago. Big asterisk on that.
I was going to say, we can't continue to say that.
He is what he is.
Every article leads off.
If he is at an autograph signing, is he or is he not advertised as former Pro Bowl quarterback Tyler Huntley?
All right. Well, then I'm going to go as a 4-time Super Bowl champion because I won 4 Pee Wee Super Bowls.
I mean, I don't think you can do that one because I think the Super Bowl is like one of those things you got to be careful. Like I think it has to be the actual Super Bowl. So you'd have to put Pee Wee Super Bowl.
All right. What if I say it like this? 4-time Super Bowl champion.
Shmi that says Huntley was a Pro Bowler like Goron was an All-Star.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Whoa. Hey.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Hey.
I don't like that.
Y'all hit a nerve.
Hanging on your heartstrings.
Hey, y'all hit a nerve.
Goran Dragic played that actual season. He did not play 4 games. And though he was like the fourth alternate on the East, he did actually play this season. It was not 4 games. And Goran did not go out there and lose more games or, have awards. Like Tyler Huntley's a ridiculous Pro Bowler.
That is. I mean, we heard the stats earlier. What? He had 3.
I mean, is that any different than Joe Flacco winning comeback player of the year?
No, it's not. Led his team to the how many games did he play? 6?
No.
How many games did he play? 8?
Like 4 or 5.
You sure?
Yeah.
Flacco was out there more than that. How did he look yesterday, by the way, Deshaun Watson? Not great. Okay.
Deshaun Watson, he looked like the other 20 quarterbacks in the league that I told you about, but it looks worse because he's been doing it for 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
I can't, dude, I cannot explain this.
Oh, no.
You're very mad about the football this week. It stunk. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, last week and this week, you're just not happy.
It's like they won, and again, they won a game where the last 5 minutes of the game lasted an hour and a half. It was like football was. I mean, even when you watch the game at 4:25, the final score is 26-25, but it was rough. It was a rough watch.
That game was crazy, though.
It was crazy.
That game was, Joe Burrow fumbling away a touchdown. I'm not even sure. I thought he was down, but they said, no, take our word for it. Never saw a replay. I was like, what?
They always all turn, but here's why you don't have to. All turnovers are checked upstairs.
Doesn't matter. Show me the angle. No, you got cameras. If you got cameras that can show you, you can show me.
But that's the TV's responsibility. They already look at it. The league already looks at it.
Okay. That being said, they're not getting it from magical cameras. It's the same cameras.
But but I'm saying if they don't show it to you, it's not the league, it's the television people.
Dude, somebody's got to show me that angle. I can't just have him going, oh, Jim, that was it. Oh, I'm like, it was, Tony? Yes.
Sure. Take my word for it.
He's still doing that, by the way.
Oh, is he?
He's still doing that.
Great. I didn't hear Brady yesterday. Anyone catch Brady? Did he do anything yesterday?
I
Caught him for like 2 seconds.
better. He definitely was better.
Slightly better, yeah.
He did a thing where like a Cowboys receiver, I think it was a rookie, slipped and that forced an interception. And Burkhardt goes, Tom, what do you tell him in this game? Do you go right back to him? And Tom Brady actually goes, nope. And I was like, wow.
Because of
Tom,
falling?
Tom's like, that's not something I'm going to trust you the rest of the game. I'm sorry.
Dang.
I was like, all right, man, listen, a little spicy Tom Brady. There you go.
Unless his ass is open.
How dare I fall?
Tom Brady made it seem like he ain't getting any more snaps. Like Tom Brady was going to go and say like, sit his ass down.
Hey,
He's starting to sound like Belichick more and more.
Yeah, Belichick looking loud right on this Caleb Williams though. I'll tell you what.
Oh, that's right.
Belichick
What
was
did he
telling
say?
everybody. Belichick said before the season, he goes, too much hype. He's too inaccurate. He's all over the place.
But here's the deal. It takes time for everybody that comes into the league that plays that position to just be able to drop back, understand the timing, and get rid of the ball, right? What helps some of the quarterbacks is that they have mobility. But the fact that if you find a quarterback that can pick it up relatively quickly and understand that timing process and understand, where he wants to throw the ball and read the defenses, you usually have a guy who's going to play a long period of time. It's the guys who use more athleticism to play the position that at some point you're not going to have that athletic ability and you're going to end up in the same spot as the other guys anyway.
Yeah, maybe so, but like with the weapons that he was given, I think everybody was expecting like, oh, he's gonna be just like CJ Stroud. That hasn't been the case.
Yeah,
he's at a rough start of it. And Belichick was
Belichick
the only guy I heard nationally saying, "Hey, pump the brakes."
Yeah, like I would say pump the brakes, but it's only because he's young, not because he will never be any good.
That's not the point. Is the point is everybody was basically ready to crown him as the next quarterback sensation, and it's been very unimpressive. And Belichick was like,
but who has been? The only quarterback I can think of
the rookie
extreme pocket passer was Dan Marino, who lit it up soon as he hit the field.
I mean, CJ Stroud was pretty impressive last year.
No, he was. But keep in mind, like, more people were focused on Young and said that CJ Stroud was his, second to him, to Bryce Young.
Yep.
So it kind of took everybody by shock that he was so much better than Bryce Young. Keep in mind, the other thing is that the Texans were able to add so much talent to where their team, with the guy they brought in, was it Anderson on defense, right? With the guys they brought in,
they drafted him,
right? They drafted him what, 5th or top 10?
They had two picks,
right? So
no, they traded back. They traded up to go get him,
right? So from that standpoint, there's a lot of things that go into play, and like, dude, I don't think, like, we get caught up in one guy in a team sport making that much of a difference. He plays a major role. I'm not denying that. But a lot of it has to do with who you put around him and all the other stuff. I just think that he has to learn how to play the position and not just be an athlete playing the position. And that's, again, look at a lot. That's what killed Cam, right? Cam, soon as he couldn't run, or soon as when he got hit, he got hurt, he was done because he never really learned how to be a pocket passer.
Yeah, but he was. I think didn't he break rookie records for touchdowns? Like
Yeah, absolutely, extremely athletic, not even questioning that. But those things die down. I can't tell you when, but at some point you have to learn how to get rid of the ball, throw the ball on timing. And a lot of people don't do it. Now, I will say this. And somebody said it sounds like I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has shown that he can throw the ball from the pocket. So I don't mention him as much as I mention the other guys because their careers were damn near ended when they couldn't run. I think Lamar will still be able to play quarterback if he doesn't run as much.
They got a heavy stakes game coming up this week against Dallas for sure.
Who? Baltimore?
Brady.
Oh, yeah. Because they're 0-2.
What's a heavy stakes game?
Loser leaves town.
Okay.
Wow.
That is heavy stakes.
Well, hey, but Dallas is leaving town regardless, right? Because they're playing in Baltimore.
I don't know.
You don't even know. Wait, you spit all this stuff out. You don't even know.
Just another playing.
Did your brain sit down? Go. Sounded good. Up in corporate, it sounded
good. You guys
good.
didn't disagree that it was a loser leave town match.
No,
it's in Dallas.
It's in Dallas. So regardless, the Baltimore's leaving.
Yeah, but don't lose with three losses.
Oh, look at that.
Don't be 0-3 and leave.
I think there's only been a handful of teams who make the playoffs starting 0-3.
I know.
I think one of them Dallas won the Super Bowl. Remember that year when Emmett sat out?
Yep.
I think that's the only.
Yeah, Ravens go to 0-3, and then somehow you know that the Steelers are going to be 3-0 with like.
Is that unbelievable?
Winning
what did I tell you?
15-8.
What did I tell you? I will never, ever, ever bet against that man.
Oh, we got a 1970 special Chargers Steelers that week. Woof!
Oh, a lot of running.
Dude.
And another handoff.
Well, I haven't seen this in a while. It's the wishbone.
The wing tee.
And if you see out there, Harbaug's actually got a wishbone. He broke it in half. I think that decides whether he's going to run or pass it.
That's what he ran in college, which made it amazing that he was a first-round draft pick.
Take a break. Mix things up next.
Men, low testosterone causes a host
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Join the WQM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars on Wednesday, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy fine whiskey, a good cigar, and sports talk with the WQM on-air staff. And the Heats, Duncan Robinson is also going to be there. The Dunkyard Dog.
Yes.
It's free to attend, but you need to RSVP at WQM.com, which will get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly, and you guys can come hang out with the WQM on-air staff at Whiskey Stars and Cigars Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall, official partner of the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online at themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah, where a partner handles every single case. Visit cohenandjudah.com to see partner reviews. Let's get to the mix bag, Frog Boy. What do we got today, Marcos? It's good to have you back, even though you're to blame for all of our quarterback failures.
Oh, okay. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault.
It was.
You see how he was moving?
Yeah, I did, and then we did.
May not for quite some time, but rest up and all that stuff. Speaking of that incident, a lot of people going into today are wondering when will they see their quarterback return. Some people have been clamoring for Leroy's fellow Michigan alumni, Tom Brady, to come to Miami.
Guys, do you understand what 47 looks like playing football?
Well, I think for him, very Botoxed.
Very, very.
We know the hell is wrong with people.
I don't know.
Like you like it just, you know what it does? It makes you look dumb as hell.
Yep.
When you suggest that of all the quarterbacks walking the earth that are available, your best option is a 47-year-old.
Well, luckily, Adam Schefter isn't fooled. He says there's no timeline for Tua and no Tom Brady to Miami.
There is no currently a timeline that exists, Greeny, and Tua Tagovailoa will go in search of that this week when he begins meeting with neurologists to get more information about his condition and what is the best course of action for him to move forward. He's 26 years old. When he went through this before, he had no desire to retire. My understanding is he still would like to continue playing and doesn't have any plans to retire. That is going into the meeting with the neurologist, which will help give him more information, which will help him make an informed decision. The Dolphins are sitting back and waiting to see what happens with Tua in these meetings and what comes out of them. And while I'm sure they've had to discuss how to proceed forward, I don't think they've had any significant discussions about replacements for Tua at this point in time when Mike McDaniel himself has said that Skylar Thompson is the expected starter for their next game against the Seattle Seahawks. And I know a lot of people suggested Tom Brady bringing him out of retirement. That's not going to happen with Tom Brady going to Miami.
All right, there you go, Adam Schefter.
Wow.
Hey,
letting you know.
In Dade South. This is when I hear people talk this nonsense with Tua, this is what I think of.
Oh, this is real, though.
Shane Falco was old and washed up. It worked for him.
That's true, though.
That's true.
Can't deny that.
And the cheerleaders didn't wear drawers. So,
well, replacement cheerleaders. Replacement cheerleaders.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are we doing?
It says Tom Brady looks like a flight attendant.
Mailing it in, huh?
Man. SDI says, of course, he doesn't want to retire. He doesn't want to give it the money, but he wants to get retired by a doctor, though. I bet you he doesn't, SDI. I bet you're wrong.
See, that's and I just have a problem with that because you are making it about money. And a lot of times, even though athletes talk about money, it's not about money. It's about playing. And I can't, there's nothing I'm going to say that to get you to understand that because you just can't comprehend it. You can't comprehend that the money is great and it's life-changing and it's generational money. But to Tua, the most important thing is the doubters and the naysayers And it happens in sports a lot. So, yeah.
What else you got, Frog Boy?
We talked about how Tom Brady looks like a flight attendant with all that Botox.
Yep.
We're going to stay on the topic of looks. JFig, you may want to cover your ears for this next one.
Yep.
No.
Bachelorette. Bachelorette.
Sorry, what'd you call him?
Bachelorette.
Okay.
She wasn't even black, though.
Well, correct.
She's actually from here, too.
Is she from South Florida?
She's from Miami. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
Not surprised. That's probably why she's
Where
so
she lives here. I don't know. Something like that.
Well,
Right.
if you live here, everyone lives here. But
The Bachelorette.
Hmm?
Jenn Tran
Okay.
took a page from the young boys book. What do they say? Shoot your shot. I believe
That is what the young
say.
boys say. What?
Yes, indeed. She shot her shot at Max Strus. This is what she had to say regarding the most handsome man to put on a Heat jersey in quite some time.
You know, I'm switching my celebrity cross. Max Strus, if you're out there and you're single, I'm here. I'm ready.
Who is Max Strus?
Are these all athletes?
She loves athletes. He's a basketball
She
player.
knows her people. I'm like looking him up. I'm like, who is this?
Oh.
Well, I really like
Yes.
basketball.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
Hey, so
Sally just air.
Wait, did she
Jennifer.
just say I really like basketballs? What did she say?
She
Jennifer,
likes basketballs.
Jennifer,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this:
Watch out.
it's one thing to have a little crush on somebody. It's another thing to go ahead
To
on
call
and
them
shoot
out?
your shot. Yeah,
Yeah. That money.
Is that what you're telling me to do? Is that
I'm
what's going
saying
on?
you're 0 for 2.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
Well, you
0
know,
for 2.
sat here for years. I mean, you know, you and Gabe Vincent never said
Okay,
anything.
first of all, did you really want me to be super unprofessional and do that?
I don't have
Especially
any
on
problem.
air?
You can do whatever you want.
You see this guy? The way
Grown
he
woman.
He fawns over
Okay.
man. We don't have a problem with that.
Ooh, Smeathan. Wow. Max Strus would crop JFig out.
That hurts. Okay, that's messed up.
This Max Strus, crazy like a fox. As soon as this hits the headlines, thirst trapping on Instagram. He follows this Jenn Tran.
He followed her.
Mhm.
That's me.
And then all of a sudden, naked on his Instagram,
What a shocker, dude.
thirst trapping.
He's looking kind of thick right now, right?
Like in a good way, or like
I mean,
Just thicker. I thought he was slimmer than that.
Maybe he's been you know, sleeping on the bench this summer. I don't know. Gabe Vincent commented on this. He said, "Put some clothes on." UD says, "I don't want to see that bleep, Uncle Max."
Look, you can't. You know it ain't gonna get him. It ain't gonna get him.
Wow.
He doesn't have to thirst trap. Like she already said she was into it.
JFig, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Well, you know what? Don't blame me if I start going for it, okay?
Whoa!
Be careful, I'll smoke on the water, huh? No.
Be careful, Heat Media Day.
Hey, by the way,
Careful, Heat Media Day.
I don't care who you shoot your shot with. We still have to vet him.
Yep.
We ain't gonna just let you be out there with anybody.
I appreciate
That's
that.
why.
Thanks.
That's why you cropped that guy out, because you knew he wasn't gonna pass the test.
A real bum.
He didn't pass my test, so
Oh
if
yeah,
he doesn't pass my test.
we had to do nothing.
Man, sounds like Max Strus wants the final rose, dude.
Wow.
How about
He
that?
didn't even need no rose. He ain't compete with nobody.
Is that Cleveland?
Yeah.
No way, that's Cleveland.
No
That
way.
was-
That's Cleveland.
I think he had put the location too when I saw it.
That's not Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't have a beach.
Yeah, it does.
Not a beachable beach.
Lake
They
Erie.
got one of them.
I
they
think
got
that's
one-
where it was. I think that's
Oh,
where
it's
it
a
was.
lake beach?
Erie,
That's
Oh,
a lake. Yeah.
This is the lake
Wait a
beach?
minute.
Disgust me.
Lake
Oh,
Erie is huge, dude.
Lake. It's a lake.
It's a lake.
It's one of the 5 Great Lakes.
Okay,
Oh,
dude. A lot of
great.
competition.
Yeah,
There's
real
like
good.
there's like 10 lakes in the world.
If it rains too much in Brickell, that becomes the best lake in the world, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Stupid lake. Don't compare that to a
Everybody
beach.
knows the best lake anyway.
Lando Lakes.
Yeah. Butter. Delicious.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Just look like Big
You got
stupid
time for
brother.
one more? Or do we wrap it up?
We got time for one more.
All right.
Max Strus apparently has all the time in the world.
Oh yeah, he does.
Wow.
You know who doesn't have time?
Hmm?
The Emmys.
Oh,
John Oliver tries to. John Oliver, known for hosting Daily Show for some time.
last week tonight has been his venture in HBO, his own show.
He honors Late Dog, but the Emmys was like, "Come on, wrap it up, dude."
Thanks to everyone at HBO, Nina and Casey in particular. I also want to thank, this is going to be very silly, our dog. We had the most fantastic dog, and she was at our wedding, and she got us through a pandemic. She was with us for the 2 pregnancies, and perfect choice of music. We had to say goodbye to her, and it is. I feel like Sarah McLachlan right now. She was an amazing dog, and ouch. I would guess. I want to. This isn't just for her. This is for all dogs. All dogs. You're all very good girls. You're very good boys. You all deserve a treat. Play me off now. Thanks so much.
Wow. The Emmys had no time for him honoring his dead dog.
Dead dog, no time for that.
Wow.
Let's see here. Talking about his dead dog. Get him off of there. Huh? He's got a funny voice.
I did like though that as soon as he's like, "Oh, that recently passed," they're like, "Ugh."
Whoops.
And the music.
Fade
Cut the music.
Wow. Play Who Let the Dogs Out.
Oh, they say his dog is up there with Washington.
At least you're on the left, too.
That is the mixed bag. We'll take a break. Final hour coming up.
Y señores. Yes.
All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Let's start off with headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock, like the Tiguan, the Teos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. If you guys missed week 2 of the NFL season, you missed the Texans beating the Bears late last night. Chiefs, they held off the Bengals 26-25, last second field goal. A lot of people are like, Chiefs getting another break in the last second pass interference, but it was pass interference. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Sick of these.
It wasn't pass interference, though, dude.
I mean, listen, if it was close, they would have let it go. It was blatant.
Yeah.
Blatant, dude. Look at this. Look, it was a little love tap. They were fighting for the ball.
Yeah, they're showing it right now on NFL Network. Cardinals hammered the Rams 41-10. That was probably, I mean, they had offense this week. Them and the Saints. Marvin Harrison Jr. Oof, good.
Probably should have made more of an attempt to get him the ball, right?
True.
Got him on my fantasy. Needed that.
Good week for you then.
Yeah.
Him and if you had Alvin Kamara, I think you would be safe for tonight.
40-something points, fantasy points.
Amazing. Hurricanes, they shut out Ball State 62-0. Cam Ward 346 yards, a cool 5 touchdowns. AJ Allen had 7 carries, 104 yards, and a TD. Jacoby George 6 catches, 109 yards, and a touchdown for the Canes. Got Monday Night Football tonight. You can listen to that right here on 560. Falcons and Eagles coverage begins at 8 o'clock. Haven't mentioned the Miami Heat officially announcing Dwyane Wade statue weekend.
Yeah.
Dwyane Wade is going to have his statue unveiled on October 27th at a ceremony.
Love that.
And then they will have a game to honor it on October 28th against the Detroit Pistons.
Nice.
So if you guys want to go, I believe you have to register to get tickets. It is free if you guys want to go to the unveiling on the 27th. It is the same day as Dolphins Cardinals. Just to let everybody know. But I believe it's over because I think the ceremony starts at 5, and I believe that's a 1 o'clock game.
I was gonna say potential.
So you'll be able to pack in everything if you want to watch it and then go see D Wade get his statue in front of the arena.
By then, it might be plenty of people looking forward to basketball.
Could be. We could be looking for it as a blankie because we may be so tired of it already. But that's pretty cool. October 28th.
Are you going to the game?
I will be going to the game.
Boots
I will be going. A birthday boots on the ground.
A birthday boots on the.
Do I go to all the games? I don't go to all the games. I would say I go to the vast majority of the games. Yeah. But not all the games.
Okay.
Some games I do not go to. But this one I will not miss. Even though Bam does say it right when he says to D Wade, "Haven't you had like 6 retirements with us already?"
Yeah.
He's right.
Bam, always with the jokey jokes.
Always with the jokey jokes. By the way, you might want to be careful because I think you got plenty of material with you sneaking around.
Hey, Bam got some low hanging objects, right?
Listen,
he got some topics.
I'm not here to talk about anybody's relationships.
Not here to gossip.
But if you go to Indianapolis for a woman, that's love.
That's love.
That's love.
Yeah.
Asia Wilson yesterday, by the way. I mean,
wow.
She sets the record, I think, for points per game. First to ever cross 1,000 in the WNBA. And she was crying to her teammates. I mean, it was a beautiful thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in the locker room. She had not the No Sean Moreno 1 tier. She was weeping. The waterworks.
Al Mackey
she should.
Al Mackey said, "Ain't nothing low about 2 7-footers dating."
Yep. Yep. That is true. That is true. But he is, now the paparazzi is out to see them now. Like they're out looking. See, it's the thing. Here's the thing. It's when you're trying to keep a secret from people, they want to find out. So TMZ's like, I got this photo of Bam, Adebayo, and Angel Wilson outside of the Indiana Fever Arena. Like, send it in, send it in, send it in. People love a secret.
Saw his little cutesy little tweet 15 hours ago.
I did. I did. He's doing things with like the apostrophe.
The apostrophe.
Yep.
Trying to be cute with it.
The apostrophe.
I'm just gonna say it. They're 2 scoops of adorable.
Yeah,
you know.
They are.
But
Happy for Bam.
Well, they're on the border for me.
he goes, hope everybody finds $1,000 reasons to smile on this lovely Sunday. Wow.
Wow.
I read your other one now, Mackie. That's enough.
Too much?
Too much.
I won't even put it on.
Too much.
Schmeathan says, better celeb couple, Asia and Bam or Tay and Kelsey? Well, I would just say, like some people like
you're biased. You're biased.
Some people like to be in secret and don't throw all their business in front of our face like those
He
two.
shot. Hey, JFig, he shot his shot.
He did.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, it was in the contract, guys. Let's not,
He's Bam Adebayo.
Right?
He's
There's
still
a
walking
difference, please.
And Travis is still walking a fine line because if he messes up, there's an album coming, a good one. And we're waiting on the good one.
Guys, if you read the breakup manual, like I sent you all copies of on page 16, right now, this is the part where Travis Kelce is supposed to have a lull in his statistical career. He had 1 catch yesterday. He's going to have 3 more weeks of bad play, and then they break up at the end of the month. I mean, according to the script.
According to your script.
Oh, I didn't write that. That was
of course not.
STIS, where does one go on a date in Indy? Applebee's?
Applebee's. Oh, getting fancy.
There's not much. There's that's why I'm saying these guys are traveling all over the country for each other. Because even like Bam's like, she goes, so I got a game in Indy. He goes, oh, I got a workout. Spell wants an extra workout that day. Like they're like so adorable. He's not staying to watch football.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is impressive.
That's
In
impressive.
Indy?
Yeah.
What else you?
I'm saying like I'm not saying watch football in Indianapolis. I'm saying like he's like so head over heels with this secret relationship. He's going to Indianapolis rather than sitting on his couch watching football.
Yeah.
No red zone channel. That's love.
And I'm assuming a deep playoff front is in the horizon for them. So
yeah,
going to be doing that.
Didn't they win? Didn't they win the championship last year? No.
Yeah, I think they're 2-time champions.
2 times, yeah, 2-time champions.
Yeah, and she's going to be the unanimous MVP.
Yeah, they got
again. Didn't she win it last year?
Yeah, but I don't know if it was unanimous. I'm not sure. She's good.
Yeah, I'll say.
One could say.
Caitlin Clark has been holding her own too.
Yep.
One could say, I mean, maybe it's time for somebody else to throw up some more buckets and enough of this 20-point nonsense and start upping the average. You know what I'm saying? Time to get greedy.
Okay.
By the way, Duncan Robinson, who will be at Whiskey Stars and Cigars.
Yes, indeed.
He spoke to some reporters today.
Wow.
And said that his back is feeling good.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
We needed him last year. We definitely did.
Yep.
We needed a lot of things, but
we needed a lot.
What we needed most was participation.
He said, I feel great. We all took the necessary steps, seeing what needed to be done, not restricted in any way, and have not been limited for the better part of 8 weeks. No limitations. So that's good news.
Yep.
Duncan Robinson on the mend, all ready to bounce back.
Tom Brady owned the Aces?
I
didn't know Tom Brady owned the Aces.
I'm sick of him owning everything.
Please, let's just
Well,
stop.
I trust this guy. Didn't he screw us all in crypto?
I'm sorry. I don't know why I brought it.
Take a
Yeah, he
break.
did.
More to come. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. It's a Monday Football Rewind on WQAM. It's brought to you by your South Florida Chevrolet dealers. Looking for more power and capability and technology with Chevy trucks? You're ready for anything. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
That was good.
Yeah, what?
Let's drive.
Let's drive. Let's drive. I feel like I was Mr. Unlimited where he's trying to do the Broncos thing last year. Let's ride. Didn't he get like I saw that he got like was it the petty game ball? Is that what they call it?
They do in Pittsburgh, the petty game ball. Which
even though he didn't play.
Yeah,
he did not play.
Only goes to one person.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that from Mike Tomlin more than Mike McDaniel, who literally gives the game ball to everybody.
Oh, so he gave Russell Wilson the petty ball?
The petty ball.
For beating the Broncos, correct?
Yeah, they beat the Broncos yesterday.
I mean, it wasn't a barn burner, nor was it a blowout. But Pittsburgh been doing this for years, man. Find a way to win.
Justin Fields says, I think we all know that Russ got kind of did dirty last year. So I know that he wished he could have played in this game, but it's awesome getting the win for him. He got a petty game ball.
Broncos, 0-2. Good start to your career there over second year, right? Second year of Sean Payton. Still
Sean Payton's second year, yeah, and he was raving about this Bo Nix.
Oh, Bo Nix.
I don't know, dude. We'll see. All these rookies off to a tough start so far.
Hey, they're rookies.
Like nobody said that for Tua. Nobody said that for Tua. Why do you feel so bad for these guys?
Wait. Hold on a second. You do realize who you're talking to, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nobody that defended Tua when it came from this learning in the beginning of his career to me.
Time to give him that same energy, dude.
Yeah, keep that same energy.
It's not me.
You're babying the rookies.
No.
Jalen Waddle speaking to the media right now.
Oh.
He says that Tua is doing good since Thursday and in good spirits, according to reporters there.
It did look bad, but it also did look like he recovered well because I don't know the severity of it. Not a doctor, of course, but the fact that he was able to walk off the field was a good sign, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think so, right?
Hey, I support. Listen, if you guys haven't figured out yet, I usually support all young players.
Yeah.
You know why? Because if my career would have lasted 2 years if nobody didn't have patience with me. Yeah. So I'm not going to sit here and then, now that I have this platform, blast rookie and young players without giving them the same courtesy that was given to me.
Counterpoint. Bo Nix is older than Tua.
Oh, still his first year.
Oh, come on.
Man. Jalen Watt also said, quote, we play a dangerous game. The whole world gets to see how dangerous it is.
Counterpoint, no Igbenogany. Well, look, he don't play quarterback. And I was just shocked that he couldn't get on the field and do something. Even as a beginner NFL player. He was inactive. I've never heard of a first rounder being inactive, period.
He's not even playing in Washington, dude.
No, he was playing like in the fourth quarter of Washington's preseason games.
At this point, it's you. It has to be.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Yeah, I don't see anything. Devon Achane speaking to the media now. He says that his ankle emerged fine after his 29 touches. Remember, he was banged up going into that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he says that he feels good.
I almost convinced someone to start Jalen Wright over.
Did you really?
I almost got him.
Jeez.
I almost got him. Yeah, didn't work. Didn't work out.
Pretty wild. You know what else? I don't know if it worked out.
Hmm?
So we got asked if we wanted to have Football Voice do some bit work for the show. We have the great Mike Biamonte who does things for our show, and he'll say silly things. Do you have anything that's silly that Mike Biamonte has said for the show? Mike Biamonte. Exactly. Professional broadcaster, but he'll get into the silly sauce with us. And, we've asked if Football Voice will get in this as well. We've also had him say goosies before. Just
goosies.
But as we learned from Football Voice, goosies took a little bit because it didn't go smoothly when we were trying to get him to do it. You know,
Goosies. 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 Goosey. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Yes, puberty hit in the middle of that word. It's,
so people don't always get the bits. Takes them a little bit. Well, you know, we were asked, hey, do you want Football Voice to do some stuff for you?
Oh, no, he did them?
Oh, my. I'm kind
We
of scared.
tried. And one of the things that I wanted to see if I could get Football Voice to say, although maybe it was hey, maybe this is bad on me because maybe this isn't his range, clearly. But I wanted him to give us a football-y Leroy. That was what I envisioned it.
Yeah.
But it didn't really go that way.
Oh, my God. What have you done with my name?
all right, here's our Leroy. I'll give you a few. Say it as well. Leroy. Leroy. Leroy.
Leroy.
Leroy. And stretching out his name, we proven Lee. That's too many E's.
No, that's what I wanted.
No. Leroy. 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 It's a little bit. It's too much. It's too much.
I think it's gonna be high and then low. Leroy.
No, Leroy. Oh, well, maybe I'm. All right, I'll give a few, and where they can make they can make it work or not. Here we go. Leroy. 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 All right, there's a few there. You can make. But as I said, go to the Great Gildersleeve and get the guy who made it famous, that line.
I don't know who that is.
All right. Well, line number 2. Tobin, one of the hosts of Game Day, like show pony. First day away, friends on show pony. Here we go.
Turned into
I don't know what he's doing.
An auctioneer at the end.
Wow.
None of those
It kind
are
of
what I
sounds like
wanted.
he was getting ready for October. I don't know.
None of those are what I wanted. That's not anywhere close. I don't know why he kept saying his name like he was disappointed in Leroy.
Leroy.
I was like, what?
Which I can't wait for Leroy to say something about an Olympic athlete that may be out of shape.
Oh,
Leroy.
Or when he fat shames, or when he has really bad food takes, like that.
Leroy.
First of all, Jennifer, I do not have bad food takes.
Yeah, you do.
Wow.
My
That's
food takes
debatable.
are always excellent.
That's debatable.
What are you talking about? I'm a professional eater.
Okay.
Sounds like he's yelling at a dog who pooped on the rug.
Just, you guys all, not again.
Leroy.
He did give us some good things though. I was able to salvage some stuff from that. So the next time, for example, we've had enough of Tobin's antics.
Show pony. Here we go.
This is not what I envisioned at all.
What a show pony. Oh, Tobin, what a show pony.
That's not even what was on the line.
It's the explanation of what he's doing. I want the explanations to be played of him doing it when he says show pony.
Why is
the
he
actual show pony is a moot point?
What do I have him sitting here being like? He's like, I gotta get in by acting chops. Like, I just want. Listen, the line is Tobin's a show pony, and he's like, Tobin, what a show pony.
Oh, Tobin, what a show pony.
Wasn't on the script anywhere.
I love it.
Yeah, a little bit of ad lib.
I got to tell you, he is going kind of.
He's going rogue.
He's going Oscar award on us to try to bring the most out of the character. When
I want you to be, hey,
you should have given him some samples, some ideas.
I think it spoke for itself. I wanted.
I guess not.
No, because he's decided all of a sudden he's a thespian and not football guy.
You're ungrateful, dude.
No.
This is good stuff.
If the football voice guy wants to go outside of his range of football, he needs permission for that. Be football guy. You know, that's what I want.
Show pony.
Better.
I was angry with that one.
Is there any more?
Pony.
Oh yeah.
Show pony.
Now you pooped on the carpet.
No. None of this connotes football. You know, like he's like, disappointing puppies.
Oh, Tobin, what a show pony.
All right, we'll take a break. I'll run out Nona back after this.
This hour.
Rascals. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Let's play a little All Right, Oh No to close out here on a Monday. My All Right goes to Cam Ward.
Right.
Heisman favorite. 5 touchdowns this week against Ball State. Didn't even need the whole game. Just smoked. Didn't matter. Delay, waiting around. Went out there.
They barely needed halftime.
He beat Dave Letterman's stupid Ball State Cardinals.
Well,
I'm obsessed with that nugget of information. Dude.
Idiot. My oh no.
Uh-oh.
Now, this past weekend, big fight weekend.
Yeah.
You know.
Ooh.
Canelo continues doing Canelo things. Got a knockdown, one over Edgar Berlanga. Easy.
You know what? That fight went the same way as the Munguia fight.
Literally how all of Canelo fights are going now.
Third round, guy took a knee, and then he just outboxed him the whole rest of the way.
Merab Dvalishvili, he is the new bantamweight champion. He made easy work of Sugar Sean O'Malley. Won a unanimous decision. How the refs, I mean, how some of the judges thought that O'Malley won 2 rounds is ridiculous. But he won
every round.
I think maybe you could give him maybe the 5th round, maybe.
So did he? Now I didn't see the fight. Did he stay inside?
He was just on him. He was on him like a pit bull on a pork chop. And
That's
he,
kind of that's kind of have to do, Sugar Sean, right?
Took him
he's
down.
So wiry.
Took him down at will. Hit him with some strikes. O'Malley really didn't do anything. Like there were many rounds he only had single-digit strikes in the round. The only round I said like he had was the 5th. He hit this body kick with like 1 minute left, and it really looked like it hurt Merab. And Merab was like, "Oh no, how much time is left?" You saw him immediately look at the clock.
Look at the clock. Oh no!
But that was it. So this was a big deal, obviously, because it was the Sphere. And everybody was excited about the production of the Sphere. Looked really cool. Still overrated in my mind, but you know, great job by what they did the most with the tools they had, you know?
I'm glad you're still sticking by that.
Everybody, you know, it's an IMAX
Now,
theater.
did they do it like when we went to see fighting at the Hard Rock in the auditorium where it was all on 3 sides and the back side was, or did they put it in the middle?
That's how they had, the whole background was the Sphere.
Okay, so they could only do 3
it.
sides. It wasn't circular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you know, good job by them. You know, some say they may win an Emmy for it. You know, hopefully they don't play them off if anybody tries to honor a late dog. But they did have one big blunder. Now, one would think a fight company knows fighters. But apparently they don't know the best pound-for-pound boxer on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Because Terence Crawford was Octagon side, and they referred to him as Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar.
Wow, dude.
Terence Crawford sitting Octagon side with Turki Al-Sheikh, who was sponsoring the event.
Oh.
He was sitting next to him, and they put up Kendrick Lamar.
So, can you put up a picture of Kendrick Lamar? Because
Sure can.
No. Not even
No.
close.
No. Well, don't
I'm
tell that.
gonna just say this.
Hmm?
Like, first of all, the first thing you notice about different people is the color, right? They're not close. They might be the same size, but how can you not know who the hell your guy is in the fight game? How can you not know?
You got to know who Terence Crawford is.
Right.
Well, would you like to hear Dana White's response?
He went even more intangible by saying
Sure
some
did.
really
Double
intangible
down,
stuff.
Sure did.
He
Here
pulled a
was Dana-
Tobin. He pulled a
Here
Tobin.
was I don't like that. I
But
don't
this
like
is how
that.
this
With the whole Chris Brown thing?
You know, you say stuff like this and try to wiggle your way out of it. That's what Dana White just did. Go.
I don't like it.
What did
Here's
Dana
Dana
White
White.
say?
Are you expecting to get a text from Kendrick Lamar or Terence Crawford?
I was talking to Terence Crawford, who I don't want to call him. I don't know who the hell did that and thought it was, that was pretty bad. He did kind of look like Kendrick Lamar, though. Let's not.
No, he didn't.
Around. He kind of did look like Kendrick Lamar.
There you go. Insult to injury.
That was. Hey, so when I said we had a flawless production tonight, I take that back. Yeah, there was the one. That was
Damage is done, Dana. Which one is it? You want to stand by the take or did you make a mistake?
Damage is done.
I mean,
it did kind of.
He said it's a big mistake. Oh, but they kind of look like each other.
Yeah, but
no, they don't.
No.
They really don't.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Especially in that picture.
What do you got, Leroy?
All right. So my all right, as I stated earlier, my all right goes to all the running backs in the league. I saw some great performances. They minimized your position. They don't want to pay you, but it's funny the teams having some success or the teams having the most success have run the hell out of the ball and run it really well. And so kudos to, I mean, even last night, where would Kansas City be without Pacheco or the other intangible who was hurdling people? But he did.
Crocodile Hunter?
Yeah, Crocodile Hunter. So just kudos to see, like you can be explosive, but periodically football needs to be football. And that football is you control the line of scrimmage. How do you control the line of scrimmage? With the run, with the play action, stuff like that. So it was good. I don't have to see it every week, but it's good to see the importance of the run game. And I wish that people would understand that even more, thinking you could just get them from anywhere.
Pacheco, by the way, fractured his fibula. He's going to be out.
I know he's going to be out for a while. And so that, I mean, yeah, I wish Mike McDaniel would lean on it a little bit more. Right?
Oh, he's going to be out of this week, trust me.
It was just really good to see. You had, I mean, I would say this. You had more 100-yard rushers than you had 200-yard passers. Think about that. That's a guess. It sounded really good.
Sounds good.
Okay, and when corporate sent it down to my mouth, I just ran with it. I didn't fact check it. So, but I'm gonna say that.
I'll look it up.
I'm gonna say that. My oh no gonna go to all these people who looking at these rookie quarterbacks and going, I don't see it. Yeah, after week 2, you're never gonna usually see it after week 2. Give it a rest, it'll turn around, right? Or if it doesn't, then that's not on the player, that's on the team for picking them that high. Maybe they never were that good, but give them a chance to grow. Like, does anybody remember Peyton Manning's first year? Does anybody remember the quarterback from Dallas? Why do I always
Troy Aikman?
Troy Aikman. You remember how bad they were their first year? Like, and all we talked about was, yeah, they're on, bad team. It's going to take them a minute to get acclimated. That's all we said. Those are 2 Hall of Famers. Everybody doesn't come into the league and light it up right away at quarterback. It does happen. Okay, it does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. But you're right, Karen S. C.J. Stroud set the bar so high with last year's performance, everybody think that everybody coming to the league is going to do that.
I think also there was a lot of like rave reviews about the preseason work from these guys, and I think that's kind of where everybody's got to temper their expectations.
Right, but that's not, that's like you don't have to bite on that. Like football people did. Absolutely.
People did.
Absolutely. So I just like, yeah, man, I'm not going to jump off their bandwagon or say they're going to be garbage. Not yet. They need time to. Now, if things don't get better and in a year or two, if Caleb's still running around looking down the field instead of being able to drop back, make a read, and make a throw, then we can have this discussion.
What do you got, JFig, for all right? Oh, no. Oh, hello, Scooby.
Sorry, he was barking, so I had to kind of calm him down. So my all right goes to the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah.
I was at the game on Saturday, and it was very exciting.
Did you tailgate?
No, I did not tailgate. I don't think I would have made it.
You should have tailgated because the game started too. What did you do for the 2 hours?
I hung out with my peoples.
Okay.
Did you guys get toasty in the stadium then?
Yeah.
No.
What?
What did you guys play? Canes trivia? Like, what did you do?
What do you? Wait a minute,
guys. I would not get toasty there.
You went to a football game.
It's a game.
And you didn't have no drink.
Yes, I had drinks, guys.
Okay, there. Okay, there we go. There we go. At least you're being like, come on.
Finally.
Yeah, you gotta drag it out of you.
This is not what. Okay.
Okay, go.
Anyway, my oh no goes obviously to the hours just waiting with the whole delay and everything. And and then it's funny because they kept announcing the delayed times, and they would tease you and be like, oh, okay, now this game is gonna start at 5:35, or I don't even know what time it was anymore. And then 15 minutes later, they'll be like, oh, we have a new start time.
It was the same
do
on
it
TV.
by 1 minute.
It was
And they'll
the
just
same,
keep
yeah.
playing with us.
You know why? You want me to tell you why? Because as a rule, if there's lightning in the area, it becomes a 30-minute delay. So every time lightning hit, the time gets moved. So that's why it kept getting moved like that. That's the rule.
-1 to the lightning. I saw it. And then right when the game started, it started raining again. But thankfully that stopped. Yeah. It was a fun time. Had a good time.
I should give my all right to DirecTV, but the hell with you. No. Shouldn't have
Damage is
lost
done.
in the fifth.
Congratulations on doing what you were supposed to do.
I know.
Kick rocks. What do you got, Frog Boy?
Oh wait, Terence Crawford says that he thinks the Kendrick mix-up was intentional.
What do you mean?
He's saying that Kendrick has a line referencing him in his song, so therefore he says that they must have done it intentionally. Which I'm like, a bit of a stretch, Terence Crawford. But
That's nice of Terence Crawford.
Yeah, to laugh it off. Someone could have definitely been very upset by that.
Oh, wow. Breaking NFL news. Not surprising.
Oh.
The Panthers are benching Bryce Young for Andy Dalton.
That's a lie.
Swear to God.
Andy Dalton's still playing?
Well, define playing.
You sure that's not okay.
Real Pelissaro.
Okay. Gotta make sure.
708,000 followers.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, Andy Dalton's still a Panther.
Andy Dalton? Is he 40 yet?
Red Rifle. Still out there.
He is
no
old.
way he's 40. He's not
Dude,
that. He's not like
37 plus.
36.
36. Oh,
36.
that's older. Some reason I thought he was like 34 or something like that.
Wow.
He turns 37 October 29th.
37.
There you go.
Wow.
Interesting. All right. Well, what else you got?
My all right goes to Bam Adebayo and Asia Wilson for being so cute.
I agree. They are adorable.
Pretty adorable. Love them. Shout out to women's basketball right now. Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark doing their thing. They get my all right.
All right.
My oh no goes to all you rat bastards blaming me.
Deserve.
How could it be my fault? I was the one on the field.
Your fault.
I didn't tell him.
You were a little too vocal about the mobility, huh?
All you said all summer. All you said all summer. I want Tua to be mobile. I can't wait to see him run. Run, Tua, run. Run. I want to see him run. I want to see him.
Didn't know I had to mention and stop. I also wanted to see him stop.
Well, you should have known. You should have known. It's like, well, you never saw. Why did you think he stopped running in the first place?
I didn't realize you had a gullible quarterback.
It's the same that everybody said to him. Nick Saban said, hey, Tua, let some plays die. Hey, Tua, let the play go. And you're out here be like, no, I want to extend the play. I want to extend the play because I saw, I saw Mahomes run. I saw Brock Purdy run. And again, now, congratulations. You just gave us Skylar Thompson for 11 straight weeks.
Oh, 11?
Thanks a lot.
We got Snoop now.
You ruined the season.
We're in good hands.
You ruined the season.
You ruined Christmas.
No, I didn't. He'll be back before then.
We'll see.
What, Christmas?
We don't. Are you a neurologist? Do you know when he's going to come back? We think.
You told me. You said
we think.
You said IR.
But maybe
You
not.
ruined the holidays.
Yeah, but just because you go on IR doesn't mean you have to be taken off IR.
Well, I'm taking your word for it, Tobin.
Better than your word because you ruined the season. You ruined Tua.
I didn't ruin Tua.
You
dude.
ruined
He
him.
just had to slide.
You ruined him. He was safe taking jujitsu.
He wasn't in a position to slide.
You saw that performance though? Maybe I saved us. Snoop to the rescue. The Snooper Bowl.
See, now you're lashing out just because you want to talk about the performance. The performance was bad.
Oh, it was bad. It was
The
horrible.
performance was bad.
It was
But you want to know something?
one of the worst we've ever seen.
It's your fault that he felt like he had to make a play with his legs to try and make up for it. That's your fault.
Maybe he had a good game prior to that. He wouldn't feel like he needed to
No.
dive for the extra
No,
yard.
congratulations. We got Skylar Thompson the rest of the year. So awesome.
Skyler's the limit.
Not unless he has Ezukam in a preseason game.
Oh, true. You're the one who wished our quarterback no success.
That was Mike White.
Now we got Snoop. No, you passed it on to Skyler.
I never said that.
Oh, you did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, I'm gonna find it.
You won't find it.
I'm gonna find it.
You won't find it. I didn't do that bit with him.
You did.
I have a bit Rolodex. I know what my bits are.
Okay. We will find out.
Wow. You know what? Why didn't you go ahead and also clip that?
What?
Having a bit Rolodex?
I do have a bit Rolodex.
So that you know the bits.
I know my bits.
You can only not recall when it's convenient for me.
Yeah.
I always remember my bits. The only
No,
time
you
that
don't.
they're not
No, you
convenient is when you change them because you're a changer.
A changer.
You're a changer and you ruin the season.
I feel like I should.
You ruined football.
I'll be a changer.
Now
I didn't ruin football. Just slide next time, dude. What is he doing?
I love
You're
the way
also a mush.
I love the way non-athletic people will look at an athletic person and say, all you had to do was this.
I'll tell you what though.
It's hard to slide when your shoulders and head are in front of your feet.
Yep.
As a non-athletic person.
Same thing happened to his uncle with the scorpion, dude.
What?
You know, his uncle tried to be nice to the scorpion, gave him a ride across the pond. What happened? Boom. He got
Is
scorpion.
that the frog and the scorpion story?
All right.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Juicies.
The strongest energy wave you can give off is authenticity. Write that down.
We'll be back with more. Go to break there, Lou Hopper Polite.
Leroy.
Classic game of Block Goose.
Tobin, what a show pony.
Hope you mother have a good day.